Hello, happy Friday. I'm tired, but I want to play a video game and I want to stream. I've got my coffee with me. Alright. I think we just woke up. Did you drop this, Casper? No, I don't think so, Master. Oh no! Ihr werdet gewarnt. I warned you? You are warned? That script looks beautiful, Master Andreas. Did you write that? You are warned. Ay. Ay. What does that mean? Warned about what? So do I involve him? Yeah. I thought they caught the murderer. Yes, but it's complicated. Let's just head up to the library, Caspar. All right, Master. So it's somebody who has access to the abbey and the guest house, but honestly, that could be a lot of people. Ooh. Where's your dog? Where's dog? Yeah! Schlau is still around, Mirabilis is still around. That's good. Hooray! I wonder if there's anything new that's opened up. The cemetery. We never found out what happened to the one brother, Volkbert. Oh, Master Andreas, it's been so long. It's good to see you, Brother Volkbert. How are you? I am well. I'm a monk now. Brother Lucas, too. I still do the same work, but now I have the same robes as the other brothers. Has the abbot been treating you well? Yes, he has. The work is hard, but I am happy. That's good to hear. I'll leave you to your work, brother. God bless you, Master Andreas. Man, the abattoir is... I don't know if we're ever gonna get into that. I know we're supposed to go to the library, but I have to like go around and say hi to everybody. Oh. Oh, it's Margaret. Hello, who's there? Hello, Sister Margaret. It's Andreas Mahler, the artist. Oh, Master Mahler, Mother Illuminata said you'd returned. Is there someone else with you? Yes, my apprentice Caspar. Hello. God bless you, Caspar. You smell even more of paint than your master. Sister Margaret is blind. She relies on her other senses, Caspar. Oh, thank you. You're funny. Anyway, I should go. Mother Illuminata doesn't like it when we're distracted from our duties. Of course, until later, sister. God bless you, Master Mahler, and you too, Caspar. Mousefanger's still here! Yeah, my favorite! Afternoon coffee. I guess unless the Baron's wife shows up, we're probably not going to see Thurston, though the shrine's locked. Oh yeah, it's locked to the people. Andreas? Brother Guy, what are you doing out here? Father Gernot has asked me to inform the townsfolk that the shrine is closed. Whatever for? Father Abbot has ordered that we bring the hand into the church. The pilgrims are still welcome to come in and visit the relic, but it is off limits to the townsfolk. What? Why? The abbot has had enough of the peasants and townsfolk rebelling against the abbey. He is their rightful lord. The abbot has been more than generous, but he will not let this 12 articles drivel pass. The abbot refuses to leave the relic at risk of destruction. The hand of Saint Moritz is the only thing keeping the abbey open. Tassing relies on St. Moritz just as much as the abbey. What about the faith of the townsfolk? Then they can stop engaging in such heretical and sinful behavior. The abbot is trying to protect the relic, nothing more. I somehow doubt that's the only thing on his mind. Will you question the abbot too, Andreas Mahler? Have you forgotten that you are a guest here in Tassing? I pray the townsfolk in Abbey can resolve this quickly then. As do I. God bless you, Andreas. He kind of... My impression of Andreas is that he feels... Oh, ooh, buddy. It's Ferenc. My impression of Andreas 7 years later is that he's... I don't know, I guess it's up to interpretation, but some things seem consistent with him being distant from people. Seems like he would probably regret his actions. I don't know, I guess I'm playing him a little bit more a little less confrontational now. You. God bless you, Brother Prior. Not Prior, Master Mahler. Not anymore. Not after you eviscerated my reputation to the Archdeacon. After you left Kiersau, Father Gernot removed me from my position and appointed Brother Matthew Prior. That wasn't my intention, brother. Do you even think of the consequences your actions will have on others? Of course, but I can't foresee everything. Well, this one consequence, are you pleased with yourself? No, of course not. I'm sorry, Brother Ferenc. Forgive me. I have been carrying this anger with me for 7 years. Feeling shame for losing the abbot's respect, losing my position, feeling guilt for hating you. I can forgive you. I must forgive you. To do otherwise would be to turn my back on Christ. I am responsible for my own actions. My anger at you was misplaced. I forgive you. Thank you. I'm glad you were able to relieve yourself of this burden. The burden is not quite lifted. Speaking the words helps, but healing will take time. Of course, God be with you, Brother Ferenc. You as well, Master Mahler. I think that's about the best we could have hoped for. They probably sealed that entrance, but if people are allowed in the library now, or at least some people. Rudiger. Andreas. Oh, it's wonderful to see you again. How have things been going for you in Nuremberg? I've actually been in Paris recently. Nuremberg is the same as it always is. Oh, well, it's good to see you in any case. Forgive me for asking, but how did you find the music in Paris? Beautiful. Motets and chansons were quite popular. I think you'd quite like it. I believe I would, thank you. Perhaps if God blesses us, we may see some of those compositions before long. I love our music, of course, but I am interested in what is being created across Christendom. I suppose you came to pay your respects to Brother Piero. I am so sorry, Andreas. He was a wonderful man and a faithful servant of Christ. That he was. Well, despite the occasion, it is good to see you again. God bless you, Andreas. Nobody in the tower. Brother Matthew! Oh, nothing to say. Sacristy is locked. Old Bailey. Waslav. God bless you, Andreas. Welcome back to Kiersau. What brings you back to the Abbey? I'm returning to Nuremberg, but wanted to pay my respects to Brother Piero on my way. Oh, of course, his grave is well kept, I assure you. Thank you, Brother Walslav. I'm glad to hear it. Will you be staying in Tassing long enough for the St. John's Eve festival? It may be simple compared to those in the cities, but everyone in Tassing looks forward to it. Really? Master Andreas, can we? That's really only an extra day or two, why not? Yes, thank you, Master. I'm sure it's quite quaint compared to what you're used to, but it's one of Tassing's biggest events. Anyway, I'd better get back to work. It's good to see you again, Andreas. God bless you. God bless you, Brother Walslav. Brother Lucas. God bless you, Master Mahler. God bless you, Brother Lucas. How have you been? Still working in the kitchen? Yes, I'm still assisting Brother Walslav. I've been making more complex dinners recently for Father Gernot. The rest of the brothers eat simpler fare, but the abbot has the privilege of foods from around the world. Tell me about what you've been cooking. Well, Brother Walslav has shown me how to roast quail and baste it with butter to keep it soft. And I help Sister Gertrude when she goes to the forest sometimes. She's been teaching me about herbs. And what are you doing now? Oh, Brother Walslav sent me to collect something for him, but I can't remember what it was. Something from the cellar, perhaps? Probably. There's so much in there, though. Maybe if I bring back a few onions, he'll be happy. We always need more onions. You gotta have more onions. He's right over here, just ask him. The kitty cat. Oh, big stretch. Oh, we can feed the cat. You have a sausage link? Or, I don't know what we fed her. Oh well, that's fine. Man. At this point, I genuinely think none of the suspects in Act 1 were responsible. Brother Florian! Andreas Mahler, how wonderful to see you. Have you been well? Well enough, yes. Good, you look healthy. What brings you back here? I wanted to pay my respects to Brother Piero. Oh, of course, I'm sorry, Andreas. I know it's a small consolation, but he lived a long life with little pain. He died quite suddenly during Lauds. He was well loved by everyone here, even those who might pretend otherwise. I'm sure he appreciates the gesture. As for your visit, I cannot speak with the abbot's authority, but you are always welcome company. Quanto è buono il tuo italiano? How good is your Italian? E non è troppo male. Or, it's not too bad. I've been reading every Italian medical text Klaus Drucker can get his hands on. Really, how many is that? Oh, I haven't counted, but many. Leonid Chano's text on the French disease, which might have been helpful for the Baron all those years ago. The Fasciculus Medicinae, a new printing from Venice, wonderful woodcuts. Oh, the Flower of Medicine from Salerno. Did you know they've translated it into Hebrew? Occitan? I should look that up later. Imagine that. Imagine a peasant in the fields of Provence reading the medical wisdom of Salerno. Imagine a Polish mercenary doing it. Ha, I don't need to imagine it. What a wonder these books are. So I did read that apparently the style of characters' fonts can sometimes change based on how Andreas perceives them. So what that was basically mimicking a printing press, which is what was used for the Druckers too. I got carried away. Anyway, it's good to see you, Andreas. Until later. Until then. Alright, the Old Bailey is where we're going, I believe. This Brother Adok! Hello, who is this? It's Andreas, Brother Adok. Andreas Mahler. Oh. Oh, Andreas, the fine young artist from Nuremberg. Not quite so young anymore, brother. No, you are still young. When you were last here, I thought I was old. I was wrong. Now I feel the true measure of years on these bones. Like the waves of the wide sea on the cliffs of Porthcragen, time has worn me down. But enough of that. How have you been, Andreas? I have been well, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. You seem more at ease now than when I was last here. Do I? It may be so. I may have worked in the scriptorium beyond the limits of this body. It pained my joints and strained my brotherly love for Guy. The scriptorium took my sight and the use of my hands, but when it closed it also took the pain from my heart. The abbot is content to let me serve the Lord through prayer and contemplation, and so it also contents me. I'm sorry, Andreas, but I must rest now. It is good to hear your voice at Curacao again. God bless you. God bless you, Brother Adok. Aw. Prior's house. Do you have anything untoward in your house, Matthew? Alright. Scriptorium, let's go. Fell into disrepair quickly after Father Gernot closed the library. Zdane. Oh! Greetings, Master Mahler. She was the feisty one last time she was here. Hello, Sister Zdena. You're looking like a real artist now. I'm impressed. You must be living like a lord. Yes, but overburdened with problems. I've no time for my own art, only that of my patrons. How dreadful. At least you can choose your patrons and do what vocation you please. Why don't you like living at Curacao, sister? I'm not like you, Andreas. I never chose this life. My family couldn't marry me off to anyone of higher rank, so they donated to the abbey. The amount was substantial enough for the abbey to take me in as a nun. I was forced to take the habit. I loved my life before Curacao. At least you chose your vocation. I was shoved into mine and forgotten. And here you are muttering as though you aren't the most successful person in Tassing right now. I had no idea. I'm sorry. You're lucky to have the life you do, Andreas Mahler. You men can become whatever you like. While I, a woman of noble birth, am forever stuck sitting with crones and old men. I've accepted a lot these past years, but I can't ever be as perfect as Illuminata. Still, it's better than it was. I should return to my duties. Thank you for speaking with me, Andreas Mahler. Until later, Sister Zana. Man. I haven't seen Matilda around. We've heard Gertrude's around, but no mention or sight of Matilda, which worries me. God bless you, Andreas. It has been too long. No doubt your work has carried you far from Nuremberg, but we had hoped to hear from you from time to time. Yes, my apologies. You're right, of course. It's good to see you again, Mother Illuminata. This is my apprentice, Caspar Ziegler from Salzburg. God bless you, Mother Superior. God bless you, young Caspar. Master Mahler. We just talked to her outside. It's good to see you, sister. You as well. I'm sorry you have to see it in such a state. It seems very little use these days. What happened? After Baron Rotvogel's murder, we had fewer and fewer wealthy patrons. The small number that held out lost interest. It's easier to commission new work from the Guild of St. Luke or individual masters in big cities like Nuremberg. Father Gernot saw no reason to keep the Scriptorium War Library open. Most of the books here have been suffering of neglect. After Mother Cecilia's death, neither I nor Sister Zdena had time to maintain our inventory. That's terrible. Curacao was one of the last monastic scriptoria in Bavaria. As Brother Piero was fond of saying, all things changed in time. Now all that remains are books for sale to interested parties, a task that Father Gernot has entrusted to me. And Sister Zena, of course. I'm eager to look through your inventory. Master Andreas, maybe you could find a book for little Magdalene, something that's not in print yet. Excellent idea, Caspar. I love her. Oh, man. I wish I had been nicer to her in the first act. Parts of all. Perhaps Klaus would not object to this romance given its emphasis on Christian virtues. The German is a little dated, but I'm sure she'll figure it out with Klaus's help. Who knows, maybe it will inspire her imagination. I'll make sure you've looked through the whole collection. Okay, we gotta go up the stairs. I think these are Latin translations of some of Origen's homilies. Also, it looks like it's partially burned. Origen? A prolific first-century ascetic and theologian best known for his... Oh my goodness, I cannot deal with this many words. Too many new words for me. He influenced the development of the Trinity and the ransom theory of atonement. What is... I've never heard of... Hold on, guys. We're gonna learn some stuff. Exegetical... Exegesis is a critical explanation or interpretation of a text. Term The term is traditionally applied to the interpretation of biblical works. Okay. The ransom theory of atonement. All right, from Wikipedia. The ransom theory of atonement was a theory in Christian theology as to how the process of atonement in Christianity had happened. It therefore accounted for the meaning and effect of the death of Jesus Christ. One of a number of historical theories mostly popular between the 4th and 11th centuries with little support in recent times. It originated in the early church, particularly in the work of Origen. The theory teaches that the death of Christ was a ransom sacrifice, usually said to have been paid to Satan in satisfaction for the bondage and debt on the souls of humanity as a result of inherited sin. Okay. So, I guess it's the explicit, like a ransom to Satan. That marks that theory, I believe. Probably not a great gift for a young girl. Wait. This is the same bookhand as the notes I found when the Whoa! Whoever wrote this is responsible for writing the notes. I need to ask Illuminata about this. Oh, man! A copy of Jacobus de Voragini's Golden Legend. Every good Christian should know the legends of the saints, and the Latin is simple enough that she should be able to read it before too long. Okay. Oh, Richard de Bury's Philobiblon. It's a text on the collection and preservation of books. Maybe this is where Illuminata and Cecilia learned all their tricks. Certainly a good book for a printer's daughter. I want to get her something fun. But I guess we have to... Have I not looked at everything? Oh. Oh, one last staircase. Ugh. Albertus Magnus's De Animalibus. It's ostensibly a bestiary, but it contains so much more knowledge on a variety of topics. This could inspire an interest in animals and the natural world. Beautiful illustrations as well. Oh man, this is gonna be a thing. Whatever book we give her is gonna influence something, isn't it? They wouldn't go that far though, would they? Maybe it'll have some impact on Klaus. Have you decided on any books to purchase? Yes, just one. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This one was the Percival, written by Wolfram von Eschenbach. Themes of love and chivalry are prominent in this adventure tale. Oh gosh, which one was the one with the script? A romance, Andreas? I'm a bit surprised. It's for Klaus Drucker's daughter, Magdalene. That's even less appropriate, but not my concern. I hope she enjoys it. Is there anything else you need? Yes, Mother. Oh man, I should have gotten the animals book. I don't know anything. This is the first time I've seen it. Where did you find it? I've seen it on one of the lower shelves. I don't think it's in our catalog. It has to be from another Bavarian scriptorium, probably in the last century. It's burned around the edges. Why? How can I find out where it came from? Who wrote it? If it's not in our catalog, I'm afraid I don't know whom you could ask. If it was a recent edition, the only people who would know are Mother Cecilia and Father Matthias. Don't talk about summoning around them. That's a shame because whoever scribed this book wrote the letters I found while investigating the Baron's murder. The ones in the fine bookhand? Brother Adok told me about them. Perhaps he knows something about this book. He's been here longer than any of us. Why would the person who wrote the letters have scribed a book in our library? Well, that's the question. Whoever did it is the thread puller. Huh? Someone who was manipulating people at Curacao and Tassing, pulling at threads to provoke someone into killing the Baron. I thought that old widow killed the Baron. She did, but the Baron was lured to the chapter house by someone who knew Curacao and Tassing's secrets. Well, I'm afraid we can't be of any more help to you in determining the book's provenance. However, as it's not in our catalog and it's already damaged, I doubt Father Abbot would mind if you kept it. Excellent, thank you. I'm glad someone bothered to save it from the flames. Alrighty. Man, I thought I was buying the book that was a thing. Shoot. I should have gotten her the animals book. Whatever. Whatever, this is why there's multiple playthroughs, right? Probably there's multiple playthroughs. Is there anybody in here? Oh, alright, let's go eat with the Druckers. Let's see if anybody's still in the forest. The Shrine of Saint Satia. Nothing new here. The waterfall. The old salt mine. Smokey! Smokey! Oh, hello, Master Mahler. You're looking well. Thank you, Smokey. How are you? I'm well enough, I guess. Voxlov went his way a few years ago, which I suppose is bound to happen. I miss the company sometimes, but now there's no one to keep me from my gossip. No one to tell it to, either. Maybe... Have I missed much? The things I could tell you since you left Tassing. We'd be here till kingdom come. Oh? I did see another Imperial Reichspost courier ride from the Abbey a few days ago. Brother Guy dropped the bag once. It looked heavy. The Abbey must be doing better than that abbot is letting on. Oh! I'd heard the Abbey was struggling with its funds. Curious, isn't it? The couriers arrive once or twice a month. Doesn't help that the abbot has tightened restrictions so close to St. John's Eve, too. The townsfolk get up to all sorts of mischief then. What sort of mischief? I'd wager Johann and Kat will find some corner to play in again. Johann and Kat. It's practically a tradition at this point. Veronica and Brigitte might go out for a midnight dip by the waterfall, too. Wait. Kat is Johann's sister-in-law. So, ooh, buddy. They've been swimming out there for years. Now everyone's getting clever trying to stay out from the abbot's eye. He's a formidable man. I didn't see you in the town commons during Otto's speech. Aren't you standing with the peasants? Well, their cause doesn't really affect me, does it? I'm as worried as anyone about soldiers rushing through here, but the new taxes and restrictions don't bother me. I understand why they're upset, but I've been doing fine out here with less than they have. Nothing will change for me if they get their way. I see. Ah, well, enough of that. Thanks for stopping by, Master Mahler. Until later, Smokey. Until then. I'm kind of glad that Voxlov isn't here. Just because he seems like a prime target for if shit gets weird down here. You know, since he's an outsider and he's Romani. God bless you, Andreas. We can go into the church. Take me to church. Take me to church. Look! Look at that devil. He's helping that lady churn butter. Look how helpful. A painting of the Virgin Mary. What does the labyrinth symbolize? There was a book we found about the Labyrinth Library, too. Apparently that was also a reference to... I did find out that this is inspired a little bit by Name of the Rose, so that's cool. Klaus, I'm so sorry. Whoa. Who are you guys? Oh, there's a picture of all of them. Oh. Even she has the print type font. You're back. Good. We're almost ready to sit down to eat. Would you and Caspar care to join us? Of course. Thank you, Klaus. Welcome back, Andreas, Caspar. Andreas, these are my friends Benjamin and Rachel Sommerfeld. They're on their way back to Prague. Good day. Hello, excuse me for not getting up. It's a bit difficult. Of course, I understand. It's nice to meet you both. Hello. Hello. That sounded like a real word, Klaus. She's learning more of them every day. She'll be reading before long. That's a wonderful segue to the gift that I brought her. Oh? Consider it a small... because it is. Well, all right, let's see this small apology. Here you are. Parzival? I'm sure she'll love this. I hope she does. Thanks for this, it's a nice thought. We should probably pray before we eat, assuming the Sommerfelds don't mind. Not at all, we're accustomed to being guests in Christian homes. Thank you for asking, Klaus. All right, I'll lead the prayer then. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord, amen. And all the people said amen. Also, Benjamin and Rachel are... Rachel is... They're not Christian. Is the implication that they're Jewish? Klaus, thank you again for letting us stay here. It's been such a long trip. Oh, is it time? No, I'm fine, I think. I'm just sore everywhere. Oof, big oof. Anyway, we'd hoped to get home weeks ago, but the fighting has made it slow progress from Basel. Basel, Tassing is hardly on the way to Prague. is... We'd rather not get caught up in battles between the Swabian League and peasants, so we've taken a strange route. We were in Basel to do some business, but we didn't want to overstay our welcome. Okay, yep, they are... Hi, Ketchup, how are you doing? They are Jewish. Is it really so bad for Jews there? Let's just say they've gone back and forth enough on Jews in Basel that it's best not to feel too comfortable. Oh, man! I was just talking about how I'm glad Voxlaw's not here for shit to go down, and now these guys are here. No! Oh, we felt comfortable enough with our host, but Benjamin is right, we couldn't stay long. Do you know the printer Johann Froben? How could I not? He's turned Basel into the pride of Swiss printing. He has incredible artists working for him. All true, and we certainly don't mind that he publishes books in Hebrew. That's why we visited. Benjamin and I are creating a Hebrew type for him. It turns out that when your town banishes all the Jews, you have a more difficult time finding Jews to work for you. Oh boy. Having a rainy day over there. I stayed in and gamed. Oh, that sounds like a good Friday. I did notice, like, the area that I was in has been getting a lot of weather warnings, so I don't know if summer storms are happening. Who could have guessed? I just wish it hadn't taken so long to get home. We have so far to go still. It's lucky timing for me, though. Now I have 2 printers and master artists at my dinner table. True, it isn't all misfortune. Daddy. Oh yes, thank you. And a future printer and baby printer to be. Tessing hasn't seen this many artists under one roof in a while. What have you been working on in Prague? Benjamin is trying to create a more readable script for Yiddish. We have typefaces for Hebrew, but it would be nice to have something separate for Yiddish. How novel. Yes, it's still a developing typeface and usually only used in Jewish women's books. I'd like our writing to be more accessible, especially to those who only read Yiddish. Here, something like this. I'll be sure to send you some samples when I'm finished, Klaus. Good, I'd like... Yes, I'm fine. Klaus, what are you working on? I need to get ready to sell to travelers as the passes open, but lately I've been printing the 12 articles for the town. 12 articles! Thanks to Father Thomas, everyone in town can read at least well enough to make it through that sheet. It's got a lot of people talking and a lot are coming over to Otto's way of thinking. Well, you heard him yourself, Andreas. What do you think of what's happening in Tassing? We don't... That's the thing, we just learned that the Abbey is actually not doing as bad as it says, but they are... But is that money coming from the villagers? I don't know if he's in as difficult a position as he thinks. I do think he's always been an ass. Klaus is my friend, I can be a little bit... crass. Of course, if Ottilia Kemperin hadn't been killed for the Baron's murder, the abbot would have taken her house anyway. I suppose that's true. Sorry, not trying to bring up bad memories. I was just trying to say that things have been hard on the peasants for years. It's just gotten worse lately. If the abbey is in such a bad state, there must be someone the abbot can appeal to for more money. Could try to sit down with Otto and work something out. The Duke of Bavaria may lend him military aid, but money is unlikely. Otto's tried to reason with him. The abbot won't listen. Mushroom pottage. We're sympathetic to what's happening here. We saw it all throughout Swabia. Peasants are suffering. Where's Swabia again? Former duchy in the southern Holy Roman Empire. Borders Bavaria to the west, the Swiss Confederacy to the south, and Austria to the southeast. Oh, hold on. Get a load of these cats. It's true, but I worry about what will happen in Tessing. Ow! I'm fine. Peasants are no match for the soldiers of the Swabian League. What is the Swabian League? Soldiers of the Swabian nobility meant to keep peace in the empire. To robbery, murder, and outrage they give the lying name governance, and where they make a desert they call it peace. My wife reads a surprising amount of Roman history. The rabbis won't let me read scripture, so what do you expect me to do in a house full of books? I know that Otto and the peasants are taking a risk, but I believe Otto will keep things peaceful. Anyway, it's not the Swabian League we have to worry about, but the soldiers of the Duke of Bavaria. Bavaria. The Prince Bishop has the church's authority, but the Duke's lands surround Tassing and Kiersau. White bread. Woo! Klaus, I'm sorry for showing up yesterday without writing. You had every right to be angry. I've been traveling so much I missed most of your letters. And so much time passed when I finally heard about Bert and Marie. I'm sorry. Awkward. We made it awkward. Apple pie. Ow. Oh, this is it. This is it. Oh no, I was afraid of this. We can't travel now. This is all my fault. We should have left Basel earlier. I love you, Benjamin, but be quiet. I don't care. I need help. Yes, we need a midwife. Is there one who would accept Rachel? Agnes Steinauer, and she's Tassing's midwife. Could you get her? Klaus? Yes, I should get her. Agnes has delivered every child in Tassing as long as I can remember. She would never turn any woman away. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Klaus, you're a mensch. Enough with the thanks, get me the midwife. Yes. Andreas, you're forgiven. Kaspar, it was good to have you over, but you both have to leave. Of course, thank you, Klaus. Good luck, Rachel. Thank you, all need it. Oh no. Yes, we can choose. Is it true that he has some medical experience? Yes, we can choose some specialties and backgrounds for him. So we do have a little bit of medical knowledge, but I personally skipped it because I don't think he has anything very practical in the way of knowledge. I'll go fetch Agnes. Thank you for joining us, Andreas. Oh, I almost forgot. You should go see the bonfire preparations in the town commons. You missed them on your last visit. Klaus! I'm going! Thank you, Klaus. We'll be going. Take care. All right. Man. I'm worried about them. And they're having a baby. Anything new, Martin? No. Anything new, Brigitta? I heard you've been skinny dipping with Veronica. Anything new over here? Nothing new from the people. Big Jorg. Hello, Andreas. Hello again, Jorg. Sorry about dinner the other night. Dad got a little heated. He's just trying to keep his dignity, I understand. Thanks, Andreas. Dad's always been able to provide for us, but now... well, things are different now. But that's why Otto's making his speeches and Klaus is printing the 12 articles. Change is coming to Tassing, Andreas. I hope you're right for your sake. Me too. I'll see you later, Andreas. Until then. Ava probably lives... oh, Ava lives with Otto. Oh my goodness! Everyone seems to be working hard for the bonfire tonight. The commons look festive, decorated like this. Look at all the flowers, Master, and the bonfire is huge. How's the fire coming? Those logs work out all right for you, Andres? Oh, there's oh, they're going to... okay. Yeah! They brought in Rachel and everybody up there. Coming along as expected. Nearly finished with it. It's all in place, Otto. Good, good. All right, everyone. Remember, after the bonfire tonight, we celebrate as usual. We will all gather in the woods and the women will collect herbs as tradition demands. Otto, the abbot has forbidden harvesting in the forest. Please, for everyone's sake, reconsider your actions. Thank you, Father, but the abbot's order goes against God's law. The forest belongs to all of us, as do all its game and fowl and fish. He cannot claim ownership over that which the Lord gave us to hold in common. No, I'm sorry, Father. We'll proceed as planned. Tassing has never let anything get in the way of our St. John's customs as long as I can remember. We won't start now. And remember, tomorrow I will show you proof that as sure as the sun turns round the earth, God and our saints are with us. Good day, Andreas. Oh, Matilda, she's here! She's okay. Well, physically. You look upset at Otto's announcement. Is everything all right? Otto is becoming more aggressive in his defiance of the abbot. Father Gernot will not take this news well. Well, who's telling? About that sun. I'm gonna be honest, I'm just like so caught up in like actually like trying to give any small amount of justice I can to this dialogue that I didn't even register the sun round the earth line. Whoopsie doodle. Who's telling? Otto just announced his plan in the Commons, and Tassing is a small town. Of course well, you're no fun, Waslav. Fair point, but why is the abbot so angry about it? Didn't you just hear Father Thomas Andreas the abbot declare the woods off limits? Anyway, it's not for me to say. I'm sure the abbot will tell you more. He sent me with an invitation for you to dine with him tonight. Oh, bleh. I'm sure the father will want to discuss the situation over supper. Well, I suppose I can attend. Does the invitation extend to Caspar as well? I'm sorry, Andreas, but Father Abbot has asked you to come to his house alone. Whew. Oh, okay, he's relieved, okay. It's, yeah. I really like this game. Please tell the abbot I'll see him this evening. Oh, I remember in Act 1 they were talking about how he and Matilda would go to the bakery, and he was like one of the only people who could make her laugh. Oh, I'm glad they're friends. Well, I guess I'll see what the fuss is about. I'll meet you back at the guest house after dinner, all right? Can I help set up the festival decorations while you're with the abbot? Yes, but be back before sundown, all right? Yes, thank you, Master. I'll see you later. Oh, we're going straight to it. You'd best not keep the abbot waiting. Go on, we'll meet up after supper. All right, don't get into trouble. Why did he... Oh. Oh. Yo, no, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Look at this guy up here above. With the dangly sleeves around his head. I want to talk to Werner. Hello, and okay. Till. I don't know if anybody has anything new to say, but we'll... Brigitta. The bonfire is much simpler than the one in Nuremberg, but it's pretty all the same. I'm gonna take the long way around. The bakers. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Ulrich. How have you been? The Lord has been kinder to me than the peasants. These are difficult times for them, Andreas. They could use your help. How? Talk to the abbot. He may respect your opinion more than mine or the peasants. I would not have hoped he would see that his behavior is not Christian, but something is clouding his judgment. I suppose I could have a word with him. I'm not sure what good it would do. We must try, Andreas. These men are fair and hard-working, but they've been pushed down for too long. They're becoming desperate, and desperate men can forget their faith and turn to violence. It won't really come to that, will it? Perhaps not, but I don't want to take that chance, and there's no need to. There is no good reason why the abbot cannot come to a good and Christian accord with the people of Tassing. Maybe it's only pride that's standing in the abbot's way. I hope that your counsel and God's light can touch his heart. I will do what I can, Ulrich. Thank you, and God bless you, Andreas. Oh, Anna's grown up. God bless you, Andreas. Man, there's like... How many? There's two dead babies since I've got back, so it's nice to see like some of the kids grown up. I'm thankful you returned to Tassing after so long. We prayed so fondly for you after you left. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Although I hear Tassing needs more prayer than ever right now. Oh, that's right. You were at Otto's speech earlier. Yes, Tassing's peasants are struggling, and now even we townsfolk are pinched by the abbot's new restrictions. I worry about my husband. He's getting too involved with the whole business. You disagree with Ulrich? Yes, I do. I love my husband, but sometimes I worry that he focuses too intently on the details. He does not see that he may be both prudent and Christian. I pray that I am not acting selfishly, but the abbot's taxes have affected us too. What about Anna's future? Ulrich has been offering credit to Peter for years, which I've accepted, but now... We can only bake so much bread a week before we go hungry ourselves. Can you talk to him, Andreas? Of course, Gret, but I can't promise I'll change his mind. God bless you, Andreas, that's all I ask. Oh boy. And just... Okay. Well... Oh... Man. First I've got to be the detective, and now I've got to be the town peacekeeper. Oh, this is a tinkery little place. I have not met these people yet. The Steinauer house. Hi, Lucky. Andreas, not who I wanted to see. God has it out for me. Really? Hello, Lucky. I, for one, am glad to see you again. Alive, you mean? Sure tried your best to get me killed. Couldn't even hold your back to the Archdeacon, running your mouth. I had to give it... Oh, man. I don't know if it's better to be, like, mean to him. Or like... It feels like I'm giving excuses for myself. Do we know whether or not the wrong person was executed? We do not know. We do know that the person who was writing the letters, the notes to people, is still out here. And that's all we know. I have from a reader viewer looking at the story, outside of the story, I have a strong suspicion that none of the suspects were the murders, but I'm not sure about that yet. I very, very strongly believe that the widow who I got executed was definitely not the murderer. And I think the only thing that... I think I just had the most evidence for her, but there was also like the extra I gave about how she doesn't care what the people think of her, and that she was basically ready to die anyways, and that the abbot would have taken her house anyways, whether she was alive or not. So I can't really look to the character's reasoning, but it's like they were gonna kill somebody. It was gonna be either Brother Piero or somebody. You're basically trading in one scapegoat for another. Don't think at all what happens after, Man, this is a... Good, you fucked it up with the consequences kind of thing. Good thing the Archdeacon knew how to weigh all the evidence. Didn't consider the widow. She was a mean old hag. She still seems an unlikely culprit to me. I'm not surprised. They didn't kill me, but you tainted my name. Folks whispering, what if they got the wrong person? Could have been the Mason. Oh, man! I'm sorry, Lucky. That was not my intent. Apologies don't bring work, reputation does. At least most have the decency to only whisper, unlike that shit Mueller. Oh no, so no, I don't like seeing you here, Master Mahler. I won't be in tasking for long. If you want, I will keep out of your way. Wise, we've got nothing to talk about. Now get lost. We never did find out what his deal with the Baron was either. But yeah. I kind of... Like, so even the people who were not... Even though they were deemed not the murderers, like, their reputations have still been marred by this event. Like the brother who was going to be blackmailed for black magic and stuff. Lost his position, though he is still at the Abbey. Yeah. This is very much a make choices and don't think about the consequences later. Or at least don't start thinking about them until it's too late, like I did. Yes, Callie? Oh, the mill, let's... The Muellers. Paul! Hello, Master Mahler. Hello, Paul, how are you? I'm alright. I saw your drawings in the ruins. Dad keeps talking about his new gun. It's... Oh no! Oh no, no, no! I do agree with this. That's why it scares me. Dad likes to show it off, but he hasn't used it much. That may be a blessing. I hope so. I should go. Forget I said anything, Master Mahler, please. Until later. Oh man. We're not even talking about how we've been drawing. Staub is still here. So far, all the animals are still here. I think the only one we're missing was a visitor. The Baron's wife brought in a doog in Act 1. Oh. He's been drawing and it's gotten better. Oh yeah, Schlau. Brother Wolfslav uses time in all of the Abbey's cooking, maybe because it grows so easily here. Anything new over here? Killian. Nico? Nico, Nico nurse. Nico, Nico, nee. And Hannah. Go down. All right, we're going to the Abbey. The Abbey. Oh, hold on. Very important, don't miss. And I will pet Callie in real time. She's laying down by my feet. Are we... We're not eating at the guest house, we're eating at the abbot's house, right? I want to talk to Matilda. Oh, why you gotta be here? I gotta pet you too. Mausfanger. So much woundwort. I have to buy it back in Nuremberg. The many-petaled cinquefoil, it grows so easily some consider it a weed. Man, people who don't like weeds are haters. Imagine classifying something as a weed because it grows too good. Like, get out of here. You're just jealous of somebody else's success. Are they eating? Oh. Yep, we're eating at the house. Alright. Let me... Oh, is that you again, Andreas? Yes, brother, I have a book Oh, yeah, we forgot to ask about this. I have a book I wanted to ask you about. Oh, I'm afraid I may not be of much help. I can barely read anymore. I can describe it to you. It's a book of origins homilies written in a fine book hand. And it is singed around the edges. Yes, you know it. Do you know where it came from? Who wrote it? Andreas, forget this book. What? Why? It came from a place of fire and a terrible darkness. What does that mean? This cover, these leaves, they bear the marks of a great evil that was done. A soul can also bear such marks, carry them for a lifetime. Whose soul? The person who wrote the book? There is a presence that watches over this place, Andreas. A presence that wishes for things to remain as they are. That's what it means to be pro-weed. Wrong weed. I am definitely for, like, regular weeds. I am pro-decriminalization too, though. Anyways, Sister Margaret told me that before the Baron was murdered, she smelled the devil's presence at Curacao. Is that what you mean? I cannot say any more, Andreas. I'm sorry. Really? You can't tell me anymore? I dare not, for your own good. Oh, there's a conspiracy God protect you! You as well, brother. Oh, no! Mirabilis. Oh, so fluffy. Oh, so fluffy waffy. All right. God bless you, Andreas. I'm glad to see you received my invitation. Are you ready to eat? Ready as I'm gonna be. Good. Andreas, welcome back to Curacao. Thank you for having me, Father. I'm pleased you accepted my invitation. I know you are a busy man. Come, sit down and let's pray. Bless us, O Lord, in these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Lord, direct each of us here toward your wisdom, prudence, and guidance in our future actions. Through Christ our Lord, amen. Amen. Wow, this is bigger. Look how much more bright the background is compared to the other dinners we've had. Thank you for joining me, Andreas. It appears you've done very well for yourself, Andreas. I hope you remember your time at Curacao fondly. You look well suited to your profession and fame. How have you been faring since your stay here? I have a commission of Mary and Christ waiting for me in Nuremberg, but my patron wants to keep adding more of his associates in. I'm dreading going back to it. Well, I'm sure you will be able to find a solution with your many artistic talents. Thank you, Father, I hope so. But you didn't invite me just to hear about my art. Why have you invited me? In truth, I had hoped to discuss the rising tensions between the Abbey and the townspeople. I'd like to clarify the situation for you, Andreas. Please, Abbot, I'm all ears. I'm relieved to hear it. I believe you've only heard from one side of the issue, Andreas. Otto's little speeches about taxes don't account for the entire situation. Why demand such high taxes then, Father? Plum pudding, pheasant, Lebkuchen. Man. With the scriptorium closure, the taxes are necessary to make up for the lost income. Why not ask the bishop for help? Ask the bishop. I have the authority to keep the abbey running, so I will in the way I see fit. I will not shame the abbey that way. Brother Guy has gone over the expenses himself. Raising taxes is the best way to cover these costs. But what about prohibiting the peasants from using the forest? That's a new restriction. The forest belongs to the abbey and the peasants have no right to use it. Legally, it's theft. It doesn't harm the abbey to let the townsfolk pick up sticks. Such theft deprives the abbey of its natural resources. Since the abbey does not produce anything else, it must be able to sustain itself somehow, especially under such financial stress. Have you no pity for anyone in Tassing? I am more upset to hear the townsfolk have no pity for us. I hear they will continue their disobedience by collecting herbs on St. John's Eve. The whole town knows I've forbidden it. The matter is grave, and I will excommunicate anyone who defies my order. You would condemn the town over something so petty? That is up to them. And remaining impartial will be impossible as long as you're in town. Support me in ending this foolish rebellion. You have a reputation in town, Andreas. You're a successful man, and the townsfolk believe they are like you. I'd like you to convince the other townsfolk, the printer for example, that this uprising is not in their best interests. The rest of the town will follow, and the peasants will have no chance to resist. We can end this peacefully. Oh my gosh, why are you putting this all on me, game? The peasants have genuine grievances. Why not talk with them and negotiate? I am a forgiving man, but Otto's stubbornness has challenged even me. Otto is past the point of talking, Andreas. That's why I'm begging you for help in the matter. Please take more time to think about it. I apologize. We must conclude for now. I must excuse myself. I am expected to lead a service at Compline tonight. Think on what we've discussed, Andreas. I trust you can find your way out. I will, Father Abbot. Good night. I'm starting to trip over my words. Return to the commons. What about Caspar? Caspar isn't here. Oh! Maybe he wandered into town to see the bonfire. I should... Okay. You told me to go to the commons first. Am I about to see some shit go down? Oh. Why, Martin, look who it is. Good evening, Andreas. Andreas, you're staying for the festival, I hope? Of course he's staying. Who would miss this, especially after you burly boys built such a beautiful bonfire? A burly boy like me would do anything for you, Dove. Couldn't help myself. You're both feeling very festive, I see. The food, the fires, the dancing, it really is a night to enjoy. Excuse me. It's to honor the anniversary of the birth of Blessed John. I think they call that a birthday. A vigil for he who prepared the way. Yes, and he'd have liked everyone to have a good mood in their hearts and good food in their bellies. As the hermit who wandered in the desert living off locusts and wild honey, he probably wouldn't agree. I'd like to live off some wild honey myself. Whoa! Are you going to heed Otto's call and go into the forest? No, I'm not really looking for trouble. There's enough of that going around. And you, Brigitta, not gathering any herbs? My place is by my Martin's side. The word of the abbot is the word of the church. It's improper to go against the word of the church. Only slightly less improper than all the time you spend with Veronica. Oh, Brigitta, I'm sorry. It was a joke. It came out poorly. It's good for the heart to have cherished friends. It's fine. Andreas, I was about to say the bonfire is enough. We will dance until our legs begin to waver, right, Martin? Would not miss it for the world. That's delightful. I hope you have a great evening. The woman wearing a bucket hat. Oh, I see it, yeah. Hello, Master Mahler. Evening, Till. Enjoying the festival? Very much so. I perhaps feel a tad old for the more active side of the celebrations, but I enjoy the sights and sounds. Did you know the word for the summer solstice leads back to the Romans? I thought you didn't read Latin. I've picked up a few words over the years, and I still have the mind to put two and two together. De medium facti qui bit habits admirable. Admirable, I must admit. He who has begun is half done, dare to know. It's nothing, Master Mahler, mainly proverbs and the occasional word, hence solstitium. Such as it looks at this time of year. The sun rises higher for a long time and then it stays there before falling again. A fitting allegory for the great cosmic arc of mankind, rise and fall. But to make up for that, dancing, leaping songs, joy and mirth. People do seem elated, although I don't think the same applies to Abbot Gernot. Otto's courting danger, I agree, going against the decrees of the abbey like so. The festival has always had a rebellious streak of jest and mockery. I don't see it as sacred as some. It has to be sacred enough for the church not to condemn it as heretical. True enough, Master Mahler. I wish I could read more about all this. Well, with the abbey selling books from their library. I hoped I could get some for myself, but it proved to be far too expensive. Klaus and his printings have proven to be of more use and a fair bit cheaper. Have you come across any interesting tales? I have indeed, Master Mahler. Or I didn't quite understand everything. The text was in Latin. It was by a Roman named Strabo, and it was about geography. That's why I noticed it. Ah, the noted philosopher and historian. He was actually Greek by birth. I imagine you were reading his Geographica. Yes, that could have been it. The book was about many kinds of barbarians, which also included the Raiti tribe I read about years ago. The people who used to live on this very land before the Romans arrived. He called this place Ratium and described it as a cluster of daub huts, and its people hostile and warlike, only interested in hunting and fighting. There was something about Manus and his sons, but I couldn't understand a lot of it. In any case, when the Romans came, most of these locals were driven out, but some were captured to work in the fields and the mines. What happened to the locals who were forced out? No idea. I would imagine that after the Romans were driven off, when their empire started falling apart, maybe the barbarians came back. But were they really the same people, or nomads from elsewhere? I guess we may never know. Thank you for the quick history. I'll let you get back to the festivities. Enjoy yourself tonight, Master Mahler. Until later. Good evening, Andreas. Nice to see you here. Grandpa, look who it is. Oh, the artist, you're still around? I thought to stay and enjoy the festivities. Pa, you call this a festival? You haven't seen nothing yet. You're not going to tell the story again, are you? You kids need to learn it by heart, else Perkstar will run you down. Is this about the wild hunt? Yes, it draws near. Heed my warning. Grandpa, you're getting agitated again. It's not good for your health. Nonsense, I can outlive any bastard out here. So, where was I? The wild hunt? Yes, did you bring your mask? No, sorry. Pa, put your life in danger for all I care. The masks are to protect us as we banish the witches and spirits into Perkta's path. She punishes all humans she finds in the woods on St. John's Eve, since only witches are out in the wilderness. Anyone caught will be turned into animals. No one but a priest can then turn you back. Oh, to be brought low to a mere beastly existence. A grim fate. Stay indoors tonight. If you want to come outside, stay within the line of St. John's fire. At least Saint Satya blesses the herbs in her forest this night, and the women will gather the herbs regardless of that bastard abbot. It's certainly important to stockpile some for the winter. Thank you for teaching me more about local traditions. Eh? Hey, Big Yorg. You grab some of those ashes with you after the bonfire has died down. Fine. What are the ashes for? It's to spread across the garden, ensures a good harvest. Figures you city people don't know shit. Don't be like that, Grandpa. Now that story time is over, how are you enjoying the evening so far, Andreas? I've spoken to a few other people here, very enlightening. It's the best time to spend time with your friends. Have you heard anything interesting? Pa, gossip, you two are like that burner in the forest. Smokey, that's the one. Hi, Monkey Bacon. How are you doing? Always nosy about other people. I've also been invited to have dinner with the abbot. I guess the talking never stops. We already had the discussion. Maybe you can talk some, nope. We already talked to him and he's not. Oh, excuse me. 6 a.m. France? France? That's neat. You there for work or for vacation? Guess I shouldn't keep you then. You have an important meeting to attend. Andreas? Ooh, Baltasar. Salutations! You must be that illustrious artist. Baltasar Isenkopf. Pleasure to meet you, but call me Baltas, please. It's much more familiar. Oh, you're there for work? Oh, yeah, indeed. Pleased to meet you. Come here, Callie. Yes, yo, Mala, we all know. Let's cut the long-winded pleasantries. What brings you to Tassing, Baltas? Baltasar has decided to stay in this godforsaken town for whatever unfathomable reason after his cart broke. It is not unfathomable I enjoy the calming vistas, the peace and quiet. It has been neither lately. And what it is it that you do, Baltas? He is an inventor of sorts. I make all manner of mechanical contraptions. For all the use it is. The mind of the inventor exists to create, to build, to go one step further. One step further toward the garbage heap. It makes sense you'd also be rude to your friends, Werner. What's that supposed to mean? Haha, yes. Perhaps you will find a friend yourself someday, Master Mahler. Bullshit. Andreas, have you had the chance to look around town tonight? I imagine the sights could be inspiring to your artistic mind. Certainly looks cheerful with the decorations and bonfire. Indeed, look at their pleasant ingenuity. Consider the bonfire itself. It is built to allow the air and the heat to flow through it at great speed, and how it roars. It's a clever piece of construction, but Otto's a clever man. It is a feat almost worthy of an university degree. These people have natural traditions. They've managed to figure out many clever things without even the most cursory education. It is knowledge that hails from preceding generations, lived experience passed along the chain of time. Not quite the knowledge of a rigorously educated mind, perhaps, but nonetheless useful. You don't need a university education to be smart. Of course you would say that. Neither of you know these people like I do. God has assigned them their place in the order of the world for good reason. There is some merit in learning from the peasants. Even you, Werner, given their understanding of herbal remedies. Their traditions are profane. Consider the Eve of St. John, tainted by their pagan rituals. It's an affront to Christ. St. Eligius warned against precisely this nearly 1,000 years ago. You're really wound up. Nothing has come of these pagan festivals in all that time. Oh no! You guys know the meme about the Telltale games where they're like, oh, so-and-so will remember that. That's basically what this has become for me. The harm infects a man's eternal soul. You might not see it, but God can. Where'd this newfound piety come from? Don't pretend to know anything about me. I've been on the pilgrimage to Aiken. I've read the books. I've done the thing. I have visited the Marine Shrine and stood in the presence of those holy relics. A golden reliquary in Aiken Cathedral holds the swaddling clothes and loincloth of Jesus, the Virgin Mary's dress, and the decapitation cloth of St. John the Baptist. To be in the presence of St. John the Baptist's beheading cloth was an experience I will never forget. I hadn't managed the pilgrim myself, but I hope to. It would do you good, Mahler. You need it. Okay. Now, let us keep peace in our hearts as brothers in Christ. Callie! What do you think of pagan rituals, Callie? She's like, it's a festival, therefore I need food. Let me make sure she's got some food. She's being kind of picky, but she's an old girl and she's been good for the long trip she's made, so let me spoil her some. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. We're here to celebrate. I'll let you continue with your evening then. Good night. A very good night. Oh, and do come by my workshop, Master Mahler. I would love to exchange ideas. It would be my pleasure. Splendid. Until then. Who else? We got Kaspar. Carl. I don't think I've met Carl. Evening, Andreas. Say, how do you like the bonfire? We built it nice this year, big and sturdy. I don't know who you are. It's a fine setup, Carl. Excellent work. I know we can't compare to where you come from, but we will still give it our all in celebration of the light who prepared the way for our Lord. Anton, you remember Andreas Mahler, the master artist? Yeah, I've seen him around town. Son, be polite. Hello, Master Mahler. How are you? I am well, thank you, young man. Anton's a good boy, let me tell you. A bit of a rascal, as you can see, but he's got a good head and a good heart. Likes to hide it, though. Ah, Dad, will you stop? Haha, easy to rile you up just like your mother. How is Helena? Is she not attending the bonfire? She'll join us later. She went with Martha to dip their toes into the stream and to pick some flowers for the garlands and wreaths. It's important to hold to traditions. You're right, especially with the times we're having. Besides, maybe Martha and Helena will come across the blossom of a fern out there. Ha-ha! What's so funny about that? Ferns don't flower. That means no power to speak with animals for you, boy. Don't worry, Anton. You can always get a garland with St. John's wort to ward off any demons and evil spirits. I doubt they'd have anything interesting to say. Yeah, got that, Anton? Make sure to keep your eyes open for those spirits walking the earth tonight. I only picked that choice because I think animals would have a lot to talk about. Evil spirits and demons, I've never seen any myself. And you won't have to if we're careful, my boy. The bonfire will frighten them off with the help of the Lord. It's why we have the feasts and celebrations. Speaking of, what do you think of the festival so far, Anton? It's fine, I guess. I like the fires when they are lit. The mountains get to twinkle like the stars. I don't like when people get drunk and rowdy as the night goes on. They get into fights and all. Oh, anyone in particular? Well, not as much lately, but Martin used to get in trouble. Anton's got a good eye. Martin's been a solid fellow once he came back, but he sometimes drinks too much. He's calmed down lately, you know. He used to be kind of a shit. Language, boy. God doesn't look kindly on blaspheming. But those are your words, Dad. Best you don't quote me. Quote the scripture instead. It's better for your soul. Do as I say, not as I do. You listen to your father, Anton. I will, I do, Jesus. Hey, what did I just say? Don't let your mother catch you with that mouth. Ha-ha! Well, I'll let you get back to the festivities now. It was a pleasure. Until then, later, Andreas. Bye! My throat is starting to hurt a little bit, but I want to keep going a little longer just to see if we can get anything of significance going on. Master Andreas, look at how big the bonfire is. The decorations are so fancy. The St. John's Eve Festival is a big event for Tassing. I missed it last time I was here. Haven't you ever been to a festival like this, Caspar? No, I've never seen anything like this. Can I stay at the bonfire and see the costumes and watch them collect herbs, Master Mahler? Please? Oh boy. I want to let him, but I do worry about the abbot. It's late and I don't want to risk the abbot's anger. Let's just head back and go to sleep. All right, fine. Oh. You know, some shenanigans. Man. That would be how to end the night on Act 2. They give me a boy and then I get my boy killed. Man, the game is just like, isn't that just like you, Andreas Mahler, you dipshit? You, Claude, you gosh dang clown. I want to talk to Matilda. They won't let me talk to Matilda. Fine. We're going to go to bed. Time for go to bed. Get some nice go to sleep. Look at their little nightcap, little little thingadoos. Get under the blankets, you clods. You dinguses. Oh, are we going to Dreamtown? We're going to Dreamtown. All right, let's go. Oh, it's a maze. I can't go down. Oh, it's because I'm going in at the okay, I'm on the white line. I thought the white line was the wall. Interesting. Trying to get to the center where we will meet our dream conscience goblins. Sabine? What is it? Is that his wife? What? Come home. I will soon. You're lying. Sometimes I think you must despise me. But maybe it's worse than that. Maybe I'm nothing to be regarded at all. What am I to you now? An annoyance? A bother? A nuisance to be ignored while you lead another life in Paris? Was there ever an ounce of love in your heart for me? This was never about love, Sabine. Not at first, no. But I suppose it was too much to hope that a seed of tenderness could grow between us. Fine. Go back to your books, the only things that make you happy. This house is so lonely without him. Stop. Your presence would only amplify the grief. Stop! Leave me alone with the memory of him. Stop! Did they have a just leave me alone just for one night? One night where I don't have to dream about him. Please. Thank you. Did they? Okay, somebody was in their life who is no longer there. And my first guess is a son that did not survive or did not live very long. Called it. August. Hello, August. What am I supposed to do? Just wait here with you? I suppose I can do that, just pass the night in silence with you. I'm sorry I couldn't do anything for you. I suppose there's not much one can— Oh. I'm so tired, August. Do you get tired where you are? The last time I saw you, I said good night to you. I couldn't come to the bed, so I stood in the doorway. I just stood in the dark. You didn't say anything back, so I said it again. I don't know how long I stood there, just waiting for you to say good night. You still look the same age to me. I wonder if I'll ever forget your face. Do I remember your mother as she is? I remember loving her, or am I just thinking of some perversion of Daniel's portrait? Can you ever picture someone clearly if you love them? Can you ever picture someone clearly if you hate them? Can you ever picture someone clearly if you love them? I loved you, little boy. I loved you so much. Sometimes I wish I could die so I wouldn't feel it anymore. But I can't. So I retrace my steps every night, and I find my way back to her. Back to you. I love you, August. Good night. Goodness gracious. Whoa! What is going on in here? Beatrice? All we've got are fools? And Beatrice is chugging down on some ale or something? Is she? I don't know. What happened to this place? Oh, she's not. Where is Prester John? And where are Socrates and Saint Grobian? Grobian wasn't on the ship of fools. Melancholia. Oh, she's new. Is she new? Won't you answer me? No thoughts for Beatrice? You are Beatrice, aren't you? Once. I was a voice of caution, of prudence. And now? More and less than caution. The ache of doubt that stiffens to paralysis. Paralysis that breeds... Oh. It's like I've been directly called out by the writers of this game. Oh my god. Melancholia. What happened to you? What happens to you happens to us. The foundations of this city are still moored within the ocean of your mind. Its court does not rule your mind rules the court. Once reason, curiosity, and the foolishness of youth dwelt under the aegis of your intellect. I am all that remains, the melancholy of life's autumn. It's only Joe! What a smart-ass thing. Normally, I think this is supposed to be a smart-ass answer, but it kind of reads as very dumb, like, it's only June then. How did it come to this? You have turned your gaze to your own dark center. You know the courses of your own life. You know how the choices you've made have brought you here. What am I supposed to do about it now? Change your life. Wait, I shouldn't be here. I needed to help someone. Is Caspar still asleep? Ah, so your thoughts aren't entirely turned inward. There is still something in you that cares for others in spite of your melancholy. Oh, perhaps there is still hope for us. Wake up, Andreas. Oh, God. Caspar! I have to find my boy! Man. The forest is either the town's commons or the forest is probably where he would have gone. There's a lot of commotion tonight. It sounds like everyone's gone to the woods. Yep. Look at these are ye old frat boys. Let's see. Oh, so okay, they are collecting herbs and stuff. Smoky, either... There he is! Whoa! Who was that goat man? Who was that goat man? Caspar, you wandering off with goatmen? Master Andreas, what are you doing out here? Oh, Caspar, thank God, I've been looking for you. I thought I told you to stay inside. I was sleeping, but there was a big racket, and I wanted to see what was happening. Father Gernot, what are you doing out here? I was chasing one of the townsfolk, but lost track of the costumed buffoon. The forest is off limits. I'll figure out who's breaking the rules and excommunicate them myself. That was a lady scream. Oh no, was there a second murder? Someone is screaming in town. They're really taking this nonsense too far this year. What are we still doing here? Come on. Oh! We didn't even ask about that goat man. Did not even have time to ask about that goat man. Everybody's wandered off. Whoa! That was a bird head. Did they drop something? They did. I've never seen these flowers before. I wonder where they found them. Who was that running off anyway? It's too hard to tell who's who in those stupid costumes. Let's check on the town first. I like those fireflies. Oh! Who is it? I can't make it out. Oh, it's Otto! Oh no! Werner, is he? Dead, yes, I'm afraid so. Someone released the rope, the platform crushed him. What? How did this happen? Baltus and Lenhart and I heard the crash and stepped outside to see what had happened. Right, and then we saw a figure in a costume rushing off from the rat house. It must have been whoever released the rope. And what were you doing during all of this, Lenhart? Enjoying a light meal with these gentlemen. Ah, what a shame. You can't blame me for this, Peter. Caspar looked to see if Otto had a note. Huh? Do it. Why are we having the little boy inspect the dead body? Do it yourself, Andreas. What the heck? No, Master, there's nothing. Are you certain? What were you expecting? I'm not sure. This honestly might be completely disconnected from the... Oh God. Might be disconnected from the Baron's murder and stuff. Otto! No, no! You... The abbot must have killed him. The bastard always had it out for Otto. We all knew it. We need answers. How dare you? I won't just stand here and be accused of such a foul act by a peasant. Go after him. Wait, no, the abbot was with us. He's innocent. Even if we don't have any proof. There's no... I do think this is true. I think this is, like, not directly related to the Baron's murder, but it's definitely causing tensions. Grab the artist and the boy, too. We'll get to the bottom of this. Caspar, run! Whoa, shit! Whoa, shit! To the Abbey! Oh no! We're playing the game again! But in reverse! Ah! Ah! Brothers! To the library now! Oh, are we gonna do a blockade? They ran through the church this way. No! They've locked the door. Andreas, get out of the way. Otto's death demands justice. The abbot couldn't have killed Otto. He was with us when we found the body. That's true, he did arrive with you, but you don't know where he was before that, do you, Andreas? Who else would want to kill Otto? Coward, killer, Andreas, move! Okay, let me take some time to think. There is reason for for Gernot to have the motive, but there are also people in town who probably wouldn't want the peasants to uprise either, so they might have done it. It also might just have been an accident. That's the fucked up thing. It genuinely might have just been an accident. The thing is, do we logic our way through this? I feel like the game has called me out on being kind of wishy-washy. So the thing is, these are all very much supporting Gernot. It's just, what's the best choice? There must be another killer, don't you see? No mercy! Face us! He's a monster! If those monks don't come out, we'll set fire to the whole place and cook them. You've all gone mad! I think our biggest thing is looking at motive. Even if you don't trust the abbot, trust me. I swear he wasn't the one to do it. He was with me. Gernot wasn't the only one who disagreed or disliked Otto. There must be someone else who killed him. I was there too. Master Andreas is telling the truth. Fine, damn it. You've got one day to find whoever Oh, the real killer, Andreas. Otherwise, we will come back for the abbot. Holy fuck. They're gonna make me do it all over again. Andreas, all I want is justice for my husband. Please, you must find the murderer. It genuinely could have been an accident. Like, somebody still would have been responsible for his death, but it wouldn't have been premeditated murder. The peasants are really convinced that Gernot killed Otto, but it was impossible. Peter's temper got in the way. The abbot is an easy target because he was at odds with Otto and his cause. Master, Peter was furious. He's only giving you a day to find the murderer. Why do you even agree to find who really killed Otto anyway? It didn't turn out well last time, did it? Why do... Oh! Oh, man! It's like I'll fucking put scapegoats on the fire just to not go home. Oh my god, dude. Oh. I don't want to talk about it is probably the most... from the way Andreas is. So who do you think did it then? Where do we even start? We should talk to Lenhart. He's always hated the peasants and supported the abbot. He was very vocal against Otto in the town commons the other day. Even if he didn't kill Otto, he might know who else had the motivation to. Oh, what about Martin Bauer? When we saw him talking to Otto, they seemed to be arguing over something. Were they? It's not likely. Martin supported Otto and the peasants. It would be worth talking to Martin to see what they were discussing. He might have... I do not want to implicate anybody. I want to talk to people, but I do not want to immediately... I don't know if there are any other suspects. Like, just based on what we've seen, yeah, we only have, like... I can't think of anyone else who would want to kill Otto. We'll have to do some more investigating to find out who the murderer is, but we'd better move fast. Could the murderer confess to Father Thomas? Even if the murderer did, Father Thomas is bound by the seal of confession. He won't tell us. However, we could eavesdrop on confession. What? The townsfolk will all come in to confess. Oh yeah, one of the townsfolk might have heard something anyway. That's... Yo. That is unethical as fuck. But I absolutely want to do that. The golden hand. The travelers might have seen or heard something useful. What about the person who ran by us in the forest? They were wearing these flowers. I've never seen them before. Oh yeah, tell me about them flowers. Right, we have to find the source of those flowers in the woods. That might give us some sort of connection to the killer. Someone with medical knowledge and tasking might know where it grows. We should ask them, but who would have that knowledge? Stoltz or Steinauerin? Brother Florian, Sister Gertrude, Agnes Steinauerin, or Werner Stoltz? Brother Florian's our dude. We have a lot of good places to start. Even though time is short, we have a good chance at No, we don't. You are completely blind, and you are trying to make up for the fact that you fucked it up last time. Here's the thing. Is this going to be a repeat of this? Because the first thing that comes to mind is I am going to get somebody killed who does not deserve to be killed. All over again. Also, am I going to be timed on this? The shrine's open. Speak to... Oh, Nico's the innkeeper. Brother Florian... When somebody is murdered, the first step shall be Brother Florian. Oh, he's in the library. Where are the nuns at? Well, they could presumably hide up in their area. Also, I guess they're only implicating the abbot. They're not going after anybody else, although the other monks are in danger with the abbot. God bless you, Sister Sophie. It's good to see you again. And you, Master Mahler. The garden looks spectacular. You've taken good care of it. I know it's been some time, Master Mahler, but I must remind you of my vows. I cannot speak with men. That's right, forgive me, sister. God bless you, Master Mahler. Matilda! God bless you, Master Mahler. God bless you, Sister Matilda. I wanted to thank you, Oh! I don't recall doing anything worthy of thanks, sister. You understood that despite what happened to me at the hands of the Baron, you did not condemn me. I appreciate that. The Archdeacon surveyed the evidence. I merely spoke the truth as I saw it. Yes, well, the entire event was a tragedy. I did not expect to see you again. I'm glad the Lord gave me a chance to thank you properly. I ought to get back to work. God bless you. And you, sister. Oh, man. I was ready to hear what her thing was gonna be. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Sister Gertrude. Do you have a spare moment? I have an herbal question. Oh, Master Mahler, I'd be delighted. You know I always have time for my plants. How can I help you? Do you recognize these flowers or know where they might grow? Oh yes, they're local flowers. Well, that's apparent. We call these marsh marigolds. They grow near the shrine of Saint Satia in the forest outside the monastery. Their petals are wonderful for all sorts of aches and pains, but these look so dry already. Sorry, Sister Gertrude, but we really must be off. Thank you for your help. Of course, of course. God bless you, Andreas. Margaret. God bless you, Master Mahler. Hello, Sister Margaret. Sister Gertrude said one of the townsfolk was killed. What happened? Otto Zimmerman, the town carpenter, was crushed by part of the construction at the rat house. Oh no! I heard some of the sisters saying it was a murder, and the peasants chased the monks into the library. Sister Zdena even said they're accusing Father Abbot. Is that true, Master Mahler? Yes, but it couldn't have been the abbot. I'm trying to find out who really killed Otto. I pray you do, Master Mahler. Everyone's getting scared. I heard Sister Sophie last night crying. Mother Illuminata says God will preserve us, but everything just keeps getting worse. Maybe the Lord is punishing the Abbey. Why would God want to punish Kiersau, sister? I don't think the abbot should treat the peasants so harshly, but I don't know what to think anymore. Has anything else happened in the convent recently? Well, a man ran into me when I was washing lettuce in the herb hut a few days ago. Is that so strange? Yes, even in a joint monastery, the sisters and brothers' quarters are separated. He should have been in the church since it was almost Vespers. Do you remember anything about him? Oh, yeah. She's blind. I can do my best even though the hut was dark. I knew it was a man because his figure was taller than any of the sisters, and he grunted when he bumped me. Could it be one of our suspects, Master? Perhaps. Did you recognize his voice? No, he didn't say anything, but I felt the texture of one of the habits when he bumped into me. Oh! His skin was softer, too, and he was knocked back when we collided. He grabbed me and moved me out of the way. No beard, either. No beard! Soft skin, a habit that doesn't What would a brother be doing in the herbal hut? I don't know. He startled me, but was in and out of the hut before I could call out. Banged things around, too. I think it was one of the younger brothers. The rest aren't light on their feet. I can hear them shuffling all the way across the garden. That still leaves a few suspects. Brother Lucas and Brother Guy both fit that description, as does the abbot. But the abbot has his own house. What would he be doing sneaking around in the herb hut? Well, I don't think he would. That leaves Lucas or Guy. If I may, Master Mahler. Yes, Sister Margaret? Brother Lucas and I are friends. I don't think he'd hide from me. That leaves Brother Guy. Guy is young and fast enough to be in and out in a flash. But Sister Margaret, what was he doing here? I don't know, Master Mahler. I couldn't tell what he was doing or if he took anything. By the time I realized what happened, Sister Sophie came and got me for supper. Did you tell any of the sisters? I told Sister Gertrude about it, and she agreed it was very odd, since whoever it was should have been at supper. I might be able to help you identify which herb jars he grabbed. We should get her blessing first, though. She's a stickler about her herbs. Would you help me find her? Of course, sister. Was that Gertrude? There! Oh, yeah. A game did it for me. Sister Gertrude, may I take Master Mahler into the herb hut? We're looking for anything that man might have left behind. You're a mystery intruder. Why are you so interested, Andreas? I'd like to see if whoever it was left anything behind that may be connected to Otto's murder. Very well, I'd prefer you not just open every jar, however. Some of the herbs need to remain sealed. Then how are we supposed to figure out if he left anything? I know the jars by sound. If you gently shake them, Master Mahler, I should be able to tell you which ones he picked up as I came in. I know he used 3 of the jars. Once we find all 3, we can figure out which is the last one he opened. All right, that sounds reasonable. This way, then. What's in that one? Dill, very good when the cows are ill, but a bit much for us unless cooked. Do we need to... Shake it, shake it, shake it. Do not drop... Okay. No, it was something different. Mandragora. Woad. I want to learn about these. Hold on. Don't spill that one. I just made a new batch of hydromel, so it's very full. We use it as a base for many remedies, so I'm always making more. It's fun to drink. Whoa! Much nicer than the wine we have at supper. Wow! Girl. Some choose to use the mandrake for evil arts, but these all have been cleansed. Only Sister Gertrude handles the mandrakes. And with good reason, too. I only use them for pangs that can't be rid of any other way. You'll like this one, Andreas. It's woad. Oh, that creates the most exquisite blue ink. I didn't realize you grew it here. We have a small supply, not for ink, though. Brother Adolf can't hold a quill as steadily as he once could. I make an ointment with woad that helps his palsy. Bethania. Yes, he definitely picked that one up. Oh yes, that reminds me, I'll need to make some more tithomol salve soon. I'm not familiar with this herb. Ha, I'm not surprised. You're a healthy man, Andreas. Tithomol is used for gout and arthritis and memory problems. Father Thomas comes to get some for Sister Amelie every now and then. Can I not examine? I want to know what Bethania is. You should take some of this before you go into the cities, Andreas. It's feverfew. It clears the phlegm of the head quite effectively. Oh, that stuff, it's gross, but Sister Gertrude makes everyone at Curacao eat it. And you've been well because of it. Honestly, I think we could do with a bit more of it on our meals. Ugh. Shega, shega, shega. Dorth. Oh yes, I need to take that jar up to the abbey. What is it? An ointment for Prior Ferenc, made with Dorth. He's not Prior anymore, though. Oh, that one. It's for his scabies. I'm always making it. He uses a lot of it. Oh, yep. Somebody's been looking for the scabies juice. Ah, mugwort. Ah, mugwort. Brother Matthew has a soft stomach, so we make quite a bit of it into cakes for him. Cinquefoil. Oh, cinquefoil, 5-leafed. Yes, that's how the plant gets its name. I keep it as a paste with flour and oil to break fevers. Careful not to open the nettle, Andreas. Nettle? That stuff stings. Why keep a jar of it? I wouldn't be surprised if you've eaten it yourself, Casper. The dried leaves lose their sting. Whenever the horses are unwell, we mix nettle with lovage, and they're right as rain the next day. Papaver. That one's so small. That one holds poppy seeds. The seeds are potent when eaten to induce sleep, so we don't use them very often. I remember eating some before my eye surgery. I was woozy for a long time afterward. Pungo. Brooklime, very useful against poisons. It purges the stomach so that the bad humors have no place to rest in the body. Ringula. You have so much of that one. We need a lot of calendula to tend to so many people. Its juices can expel most bad humors. Pounding the juices makes my hands sticky. Stickiness can be washed away, sister. Blah, blah. Wundwurz. Woundwort. I remember the physician laying these leaves on my brother when he had smallpox. Yes, that's one of the more common uses for woundwort. It drives the humors back into the body, no matter how they arrive on the skin. What about this one? Oh, psyllium. We don't use that one often, save for terrible fevers. Liquoricium. I can smell that one from here. Oh, that's the licorice root. Sometimes it overpowers the other herbs nearby, and I can't identify them by scent. Ah, yes, lungwort, a very useful herb. Sister Lisbeth once came down with humor so terrible she could barely breathe. But when Sister Gertrude gave her wine with lungwort, her coughing got better. Praise God. Yes, he definitely picked that one up. Master Mahler, please shake each jar in order and I'll tell you if it makes the right sound. I want to know what Bithynia is. Oh, Bethany, I'm surprised to see that herb among your jars, sister. You know its uses, Andreas? I know its medicinal uses, but I was always instructed to stay away from it. And with good reason, Bethany can be used for terrible invocations and spells. I keep a jar because it can be a good remedy against such magic when used correctly. No, he opened a different jar first. Okay. That was the first jar. Ah. Start again with the first jar, okay. The Bethany. Oh, he was getting them dark spells. That's the right jar. It seems like it's still sealed. Let's see what's inside. Whoa! Oh, what? That's a lot of money. Brother Guy was hiding all this in the herb hut, but why? Brother Guy, he's in charge of the treasury. Why would he need to... Ooh, uh-oh. Oh, is he stealing from the... Is he stealing from the sacristy, or is he doing this on behalf of the abbot? I'm not sure, but it's definitely suspicious. I should do some more investigating. Anyway, thank you both for your help. Who, buddy. Sister Lisbeth. God bless you, Master Mahler. How are you faring? Mother Illuminata is grieved to hear about Otto's death, as am I. The Lord granted me the gift of knowledge and grief, so I will help the sisters how I can. What do you mean? I lost my husband and son before I took my vows, Master Mahler. Lord willing, I can now guide the sisters in their grief. I pray your counsel soothes their spirits, as do I, Master Mahler. Is working for Mother Illuminata very different from working for Mother Cecilia? My duties remain the same regardless of who the prioress is. You were Mother Cecilia's assistant for so long. Didn't you want to become prioress? I am happy in my position, Master Mahler. You weren't jealous at all? Jealousy does not befit a Benedictine. I have renounced that sin. As long as I may serve my God, I willingly serve in any position the prioress would ask. May it bring glory to God. I must return to my duties. God bless you, Master Mahler. And you, sister. That's the thing. Sometimes you just gotta take for certain that somebody is a good person. All right. Let me go talk to you chuckle fucks in the library. Carl. Peter's ordered everyone to keep out of the library, including you, Andreas. Man, shut... Oh, the sacristy! Oh no! Wait. Oh no, the peasants looted everything in here too! This may be more difficult than I had thought. We should still look around to see if anything is left. I don't see anything, Master. Oh, look, a journal. It might be Guy's ledger. Let's take a look. I don't understand any of this. Let me take a look at these entries. Aw, hell yeah. We're sleuthing. The Abbey's income, mostly donations from pilgrims. It's not much. These are the Abbey's expenses. Some of these numbers are awfully high. What are they for? Wait a minute, I think I see now. Guy is using double bookkeeping, a difficult type of accounting to understand. The Abbey is struggling to make ends meet, but the accounts seem to balance out. What does that mean? Oh, this page is not part of the ledger. I see Gertner on Gertner's. It's just a sheet of parchment with a few notes, but why was it tucked away in this ledger like this? Familia Melsor? Mercis Tardis, Familius Gertner, Kreutzers et Hubners. I should hang on to it just in case something doesn't feel right. It's talking about the people and the... You read it! You read Latin, Andreas! You're killing me! You're killing me, Smalls. I know I'm not allowed into the... Ugh. Fabian. Go as you please, Andreas, but stay out of the library. Peter's orders. Fine. Oh, no! Get back in there. Get back in there. Alright, who's all's in here? It's Brother Guy's old desk. Why are there still supplies here? Oh! Mostly writing tools and parchment inside, except... But wait, what's this? Are those lemons and a penknife? These disappearing ink, I wonder if Guy's hidden anything on that bit of parchment we found in the ledger. I'll use the candle on his desk to check. If we hold the page above the fire, we might find something. Oh, I see it! I see it! Oh, there's something. Woo! Don't burn it! Don't burn it! Don't burn the... Okay, there we go. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my, Guy was stealing from the Abbey. In March alone, he stole almost 7 florins worth of funds. That's as much as my father makes in months. He's sending it to the account of an Augsburger man who is depositing it with those fuggers. The fuggers. If Otto knew about this, Guy would certainly have motivation to silence him. At the very least, it's evidence we can use to show Guy was sending skimmed money to a proxy account in Augsburg. Man, what the fuck, Guy? Okay, we can't talk to anybody in the library, so we wouldn't have been able to speak to Florian anyways. Man. How long have I been going? Pretty long while. Alright, we should look in the forest to see if we can find where those flowers grow. Oh, the abbot. Oh, we can finally come in here. A book? Why would there be a book left out here? It's been left open. I wonder who is reading this. I wonder which work it is. Oh god, this looks like a book of exorcism and occultism! Not again! Whatever this text was for, it certainly has no place in the Abbey. Let's read it. Oh, what's this? There's a loose page here. Mirael Whoa! Otto! Mirael Otto. Kamon Astaroth. Belferith? Morgoth? I can't read this. What the hell? Mirael Otto. Otto's name is in the middle of a summoning circle, but why? What does Mirael mean? Orioth, Pinen, Osel, Triboy. Man. Listen, if you were going to summon a demon, you could definitely summon a better demon than Triboy. Triboy, come back when you're a done man. Belferith, Camoy, Astaroth, Sobernoy, Sismail. These are the names of demons. This is a powerful ritual. What else is there to look at? Oh. This writing on the side is in a different hand. The writing is in French. Yo! I picked good. Wood from his door, linen, and wax for candles. Sounds like ingredients. The only person I know who speaks Burgundian French in the Abbey is Brother Guy. Was Guy trying to curse Otto? What the heck? Necromancy manual. Gosh. I'll do it later, but I need to look up the demon Triboy. That is such a silly name. Alright. Where else could we go? I'm trying to think. I can't think of any other place that we're restricted from. I'm just wondering if there's anything else we might have missed. I want to check the crypt and the place. The tower. Not even the crypt was spared from the looting. Ah. Oh! I completely forgot. We do have a secret way into the library. Word up, you dipshits. Who is there? Is it you, O Lord, come to claim my soul? It's Andreas, Brother Adok. Oh, Andreas, dear boy. Grayish pallor, shortness of breath, swollen fingers, sweating. You're not well, Brother Adok. It looks serious. It is nothing. The escape was a bit much for my age. I feel aches a heavy heart, but it will pass if God wills it. I wanted to ask you of the presence you mentioned earlier. Surely you see the situation has changed drastically. If this presence wanted things to remain as they were, this has clearly failed. Andreas, do not think of this. It is not the time. Make sure the brothers, the sisters are well. I will do what I can. Good, good. I must rest. Keep holding on, Brother Adok. Gernot, what the fuck? God bless you, Andreas. Has anything new come to light in the investigation of Otto's death? I must speak with you urgently about Brother Guy. Now is really not the time to discuss the enmity between you, Andreas. I know you do not care for each other, but it's hardly appropriate. He's been stealing from the Abbey. Pardon me, I must not have heard you right. He's been obscuring it in the ledger, but the evidence is there. In March alone, he stole almost 7 florins worth of funds and sent it to the Fuggers. And who are the Fuggers? A prominent, extremely wealthy banking family in Augsburg. Okay. Figured. My God. That can't. How did you learn this? I found a receipt in the back of the Abbey's ledger written in lemon juice. If Otto somehow knew about this, you can't think Brother Guy would have killed him. He might. He'd never much liked peasants, but murder. That's the thing, I'm not sure if Otto knew about it. I don't think violence of that kind is in his nature, I know his heart. You couldn't have made a mistake, are you certain? You can check the receipt yourself, all you need is a candle. I suppose I must. These times are so dark, Andreas. Even with the Lord's light to guide us, I do not know how we will go on when this is through. There's little I can do about this now, but should we survive the coming days, the consequences for Brother Guy will be dire. Thank you for hearing me out. Whatever you think of me and my intentions, I do care about Curacao. We have not always seen eye to eye, but I have never doubted your care for this place. In that, at least, we are aligned. One final thing, have you spoken with him about this? No, not yet. So he doesn't know he's been found out. Very well. Go with God, now more than ever. You as well, Father. Man. Can we go out through the front door of the library? That would be sick. Oh, it's locked. That would be so funny. Alright, I'm gonna start from the top since I wanted to talk to Florian. Oh, how are you two doing? Hello, Brother Washloff. Do you have a minute? Of course, Andreas. What do you need? I was hoping to ask you about Brother Guy. What about him? I think he may be stealing from the Abbey's treasury. Andreas, that's a grave accusation. Do you have any evidence to support this assertion? Sister Margaret heard him rustling about in the Sisters' herb hut, and we found a large sack of coins. Sister Margaret is blind, Andreas. She likely ran into one of the sisters. What would Brother Guy even be doing in the Sisters' garden? Stealing money! That's what I'm trying to figure out. Sister Margaret knew it was him, though. She recognized his voice. She said that she kind of didn't, though. I mean, she recognized him in other ways, but he's hiding money in the Sisters' herb hut, but I don't know why. Several of the brothers were affronted when he demanded Father Gernot reveal the Abbey's financial record. But for Guy to be hiding money... Just tell me so I have something to tell Peter. I am not gonna do that, and I'm glad I failed it. Not for your convenience. Enough of this. God bless you, Andreas. That is fair. Unsar toten hat farsot sancte Petri. That's our man. Kyrie eleison. Brother Rudiger, what is that poem? I'm not gonna try to... Rudiger, what was that song? I think it is an old song from around Tolz, Andreas. I like it. A song meant for times of need, and I believe we are in need at this time. I worry about Brother Rudiger. He has been deep in prayer ever since we fled into the library. All this violence and strife does not conform with his gentle soul. You really care for him, don't you? This kind and thoughtful man. Who wouldn't? You'll find out who killed Otto, won't you? I have to, there's too much at stake. See, I told you. Brother Rudiger, why don't you sing for the others to hear? The others? Yes, all your brothers. You're the cantor. Yours is the voice that leads them. I don't know. You can do it. I believe in you, and Matthew believes in you. We all do. All right, I suppose I can try.
Christe eleison, Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison. Unser Trott ihn hat versandt, Sancte Petre gewalt, dass mag Jan selmodigenden Mann, Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison.
I'm glad I started with them. No, 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 no. Folkbert, it's going to be all right. How can you know that, Lucas? Trust in Providence, brother. The Lord guides us through Gethsemane. They are going to hurt us. They won't. Look, Andreas is here. He will help. I will help any way I can. It's all looking better already, Folkbert. God has sent us a mediator. I don't want to die. You're not going to. We all will. No, no, no. Please. Folkbert, peace and calm. Think of the heavenly realms above us, where angels sing praise to our Lord every day. Will I join them if I die? We all join the choir one day, but you won't die here, Folkbert. Listen to Andreas. He will help us. Stay safe, brothers. I'll go try to solve this mess before anyone else gets hurt. God bless you. God save us. Florian. Oh, he's got the text type, the print type. Andreas Mahler. I am, as always, glad to see you, but surely you have put yourself at risk by sneaking in here. You cannot keep yourself out of danger and trouble, can you? I do seem to have a knack for it. May God watch over you and grant safe passage through harm. Still, I must ask, why have you come to the library? I wanted to see how you are all holding up. We are not out of danger if that is what you have in mind. The peasants are on edge and we are stuck. You fear they truly want more violence? They may not be trained soldiers, but it does not take much military acumen to burn down a building full of books. If they hurt the abbot or damage the abbey, the Duke's armies will not show leniency. Believe me, a direct confrontation with real soldiers will end in a slaughter. You've said much about the peasants, but what of you and your brothers? Oh, I am well, Andreas. I have been through worse, the Battle of the Cosmin, the Siege of Dornet Castle, death and suffering. Too much of that, perhaps, for a young mind. Oh, long enough ago by now. Here, others who hold my attention. I worry about Folkbert and Rudiger. They are gentle people not able to withstand this terror and violence. But I am especially worried about Adolf. I tried talking to him. He didn't look good. He is old and frail, and his health has grown worse since we fled here. He remarks of pains of the chest. I am cut off from my tools, and were it not so, I am unsure of what might help against his affliction. Perhaps Salvia salvatrix or Papaver somniferum. Do not bloodlet. I'm willing to do what I can to help. You are of good of heart, Andreas. Asking Sister Gertrude might be most prudent in this case. She knows the plants best. Yes, please. Be safe, Andreas. You as well, Brother Florian. All right. Well, first of all, depending on if it even gives me the choice, do I let Guy know that I am on to him? I don't want to. You asshole. You told Gernot. Oh, okay. He had to know. You are a true bastard, Andreas Mahler, and you deserve the very worst of what's coming to you. Man, I am not going to condemn him to death just for that. He did a bad, but that is not the same as killing a guy. Oh, whoa! Whoa! Tell me your side of the story. There has to be some reason for this other than simple greed. Does there? You're a bastard, Guy, but you're not stupid. Guy, you wouldn't do something for this brazen without good reason. You're a monk. You could hardly hope to spend this money without some noticing. What a generous assessment, Andreas. Thank you ever so much. You're very welcome. Asshole. The money isn't for me. Say more. The money goes to help Jewish families who've been displaced or harassed elsewhere in the Empire. They've had their land stolen, business seized. Some have been forced to convert just to keep their lives. It's cruel. That explains why you were concerned about the converts being taxed in province. I meant what I said. It's not right what's been done to them. Think whatever you like about it, but my cause is a personal one. Why? What does the fate of the Empire's Jews matter to a Benedictine monk? Not every Jewish family was expelled from France. Those that agreed to convert were allowed to remain. My family was allowed. Oh! The cemetery where their parents and grandparents were buried was sold for 11,000 pounds tournai, and the Duke of Burgundy used the stèles to construct the Sainte-Chapelle of Dijon. Even if I wanted to pay my respects to my forebears, I could not, because I don't know where their bodies lie. My family may not be Jewish any longer, but I feel a responsibility to them all the same. Not that I'd expect you to understand that. Now, will you take the deal I've offered you? A quarter of the money once we get out of this. Man! I don't want to take the deal, but I don't want him to be killed. Curse you, Andreas. I didn't kill Otto. I don't think you did. Why are you only giving me the two choices and no nuance? And I'm sure clever Andreas will find the real killer if he looks in the right place. You're a monk. You could hardly hope to spend this money without someone noticing. I don't intend to be a monk forever. You'd leave the Benedictines. Look around, Andreas. Would you stay after this? So wait, was his sob story even real? Presuming we survive or that there's even an abbey to live in after all this is over. Even so, you could live like a nobleman off this. That wouldn't go unremarked. We've already gone through all of this. I never knew you had such a tender heart of Christian charity, Guy. Fuck you, Andreas. Think what you like. My causes are personal. I don't plan on remaining through Curacao near next year anyways, and travel to France from the Bavarian Alps is not free. We know why it matters, but I won't rot here for the rest of it when Burgundy waits just across the Alps. I will see my home again, Andreas. I have to. So this is a very clumsy... That was more than 100 years ago. Yet the Inquisitions and expulsions have not stopped. I doubt they ever will. Guy, did you receive a note? Yes, I should have destroyed it, but it intrigued me. The handwriting is beautiful, almost as good as mine. Guy, we both know it's better. Your opinion is noted. Here it is. I'm glad to be rid of it. So it is connected. He knows, and he's coming for you, the rat house after St. John's fire. Interesting. There it is. I don't know how the author knew what I was up to, but I admit it startled me. Who else could have known? How should I know? Maybe Matthew got suspicious. He's always watched me around the sacristy. The note isn't specific. He knows who. He who. No, he who. Knows what. Hi, Callie. Callie, who do you think the murderer is? Are you saying it was simply a gamble, a provocation without basis, hoping you'd kill Otto? How should I know what's behind this? Whoever wrote this knew I was up to something. Or they made an educated guess. Either way, they know more about me than I'm comfortable with. Interesting. Until later, Brother Guy. God bless you. It seems like it would be quite a risk for you to come through the crypt to see us. Shouldn't you be out trying to prove that someone killed Otto? Someone who isn't the abbot? I'll help in any way I can. I know about the money you were stealing from the abbey. Keep your voice down. Where did you... Okay, I'm asking the questions. I found the book you were hiding in the abattoir. I don't know what you're talking about. What can I say? I'm being thorough in my search. So you found a book in the abattoir? With notes in Burgundian. It's a magical text I'm quite familiar. Maybe it was Matthew. Oh! You're telling me the Swiss monk wrote notes in Burgundian to frame you? Fine, they're my notes, but you've got this wrong. I wanted to shut Otto up, not kill him. Anyway, I didn't go through with the ritual. If I had and it had worked, he'd be a drooling idiot, not dead. We came across the gold you hid in the herb hut. What? Why would I do such a thing? This feels very weird. Hello! Thank you for the raid! Hi, Saku. Hi, everybody. Hi, Aura. Hi, Toge. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. We're having a Benedictine monk's murder mystery. Part 2. How is your stream, Saku? Just because you found the gold someplace, you assume I hid it there? You made the mistake of pushing Sister Margaret out of the way. She described how you felt. What a cursed world. You can't even trust the blind to not be witnesses. That's all I know at the moment. Because there's nothing more. And if there's nothing else, God bless you, Andreas. You were Fortnutting. Man, I want to try out Fortnut one day, but I'm also afraid that I will get addicted. But I might not. I don't know. Shooters aren't my kind of game, but who knows. Alright. So we are in the middle of a second murder mystery where we need to. You're addicted? Ah. I've seen how much you've been streaming it and playing it. Alright, so. Man, this is the exact problem I have with the first murder mystery, is that I know people who have issues and a lot of complicated shit going on, but I also don't think that they were the murderers. Hi, Ray. Sister Gertrude, we need to get Brother Adoc to help us out. I have need of herbs for chest pain, brother, please, Sister Gertrude, Brother Adoc, he's very ill. Yellow gentian, perhaps, or fraxinella, do you have any? Oh, my Master Mahler, unfortunately we have none in the herb hut right now. There is yellow gentian higher up the mountain, but I recall there being some in the forest as well. Cool. If you can bring me some I know of a broth, that should be of help. Cool. Thank you, Sister Gertrude. I will set out with a haste. May God shine upon, mercy upon Brother Adoc. Take. Also, I will just go ahead and say that I'm convinced that I messed up the first murder mystery, but that might have been the point. Alright, we're going to the forest. We're gonna go look for that, that flower and also the herb. A peasant from the town has been murdered. The peasants are basically damn near rioting. They think that the abbot did it. We know for a fact that he didn't because he was with us the whole time that was going down. And yeah. And we're basically trying to keep them from, like, burning down a whole abbey and stuff. So, let's see what... Master, I think I see an opening behind these trees that leads to a deeper area of the forest. Could this be where that mysterious costume figure ran when Otto was murdered? We should see where it leads. It could take a while, though. Are we gonna talk about that goat man that you were with? Will we have more time? Wait. Oh no, is this gonna take my time? What are these buildings? What is this place? It's some kind of Roman ruin, like the aqueduct in the meadow. Oh, those are the flowers. Look, Master Andreas, the flowers! Finally, maybe we'll find something useful after all. Let's look around. Let's look around, round. I look around. I didn't expect to see any Latin inside an aqueduct. A Roman depiction of a nymph. There's an inscription underneath, probably a dedication. The Romans believed that keeping the nymph of the spring happy would ensure their waters stayed fresh. This cistern must have doubled as her temple. Another inscription, it's still in good shape. This Latin is carved sloppily into the stone. That's odd. Oh, that's a costume. Is that what it looks like, Master Andreas? Yes, the costume the killer was wearing when they ran past us. Assuming that they were the killer, we're making a lot of assumptions. So much for us finding it in the home of the killer. Well, perhaps there's a clue inside. Another note. Woo! When Florian examined the coat of bear on Roachable. Woo, buddy. Caspar, go get help. I won't let you fall. It's not a long drop, just get someone to bring a rope. I can't abandon you, Master. Bringing me a rope isn't abandoning me. I suppose that is true. Oh, come on! Welp. Well, we're all wet, but I don't think I heard anything. I guess that wasn't really that long of a fall. That's what I wanted you to get. The important thing is that you aren't hurt. Let's focus on getting out of here. Of course, Master. I can't be mean to him. Not my boy. I wish we had a little more light down here. I can't see a thing. Can you? I'm going to look around and see if I can find a way out. Do you have something in that bag of yours? Oh, is he gonna try to light something? Oh, yeah. The water is murky. I can't see the bottom. I can't see shit in here. Is this an exit? Yeah! My boy. Hell yeah. Does this work? It works beautifully. I must admit I'm impressed. I just remembered how flammable these brush rags are. Why were you carrying around the flint and steel? Well, you never know when you might need some fire. Clearly true. What is this place? A cistern. It must collect water from the spring to feed it into the aqueduct. The aqueduct in the meadow? I suppose so. Then all we need to do is follow it back. Perhaps. Is there anything on this side? No. The lower aqueduct. It looks like the tunnel collapsed here, Master. Based on our orientation, this must head toward the town church. Is the church that old? As old as the Roman settlement? No, but many things in Tassing and Kiersau are built on what came before. It looks like there's a gap. Do you want me to try to... Oh! I don't know, it seems risky. I can do it, Master Andreas. Alright, but be careful. Of course, Master, I'll be right back. Man. I'm so torn between wanting to keep this kid safe, but also needing to know more, needing to not fuck this up. You were gone longer than I expected. Are you all right, Caspar? I think so. What did you find? I don't know. It was very dark and I felt strange. It's not a way out. What do you mean you felt strange? Like I wasn't supposed to be there and it smelled strange, like something old. Well, this is all very old, Caspar. Of course, Master Andreas. I wonder if there's some kind of herb or chemical. Let me see what's all up in here first. Are there multiple exits? Man, we're walking so slow that I... Oh, okay. Ooh, we can jump across. Yeah, let's start here. Jump around, jump around. Woo! I swear to God! Okay. Shoo! Oh, are we gonna be able to get into the convent? Are we gonna learn all the salacious nun secrets? And by salacious, I mean sad things like what happened to Matilda. There's a big grate. Maybe we can get out that way. It's too high for either of us to reach. Climb on my shoulders and see if you can push it out of the way. That's a kitchen. It looks like a kitchen? I just said that, Casper. The Abbey kitchen? What else is up there? Is it the Abbey kitchen or is... I don't think so. It's big, though. Of course, we must be under the convent. Do you see any of the nuns? No. Hello? Nothing. Where could they be? I doubt the sisters loiter in the kitchen all day long. Can you lift the grate off? No, it's got stuff stuck on it. There's something heavy above me. I can only lift it a little, and I don't think I can squeeze through. I might be able to reach a fire poker. I got a fire poker. Da-na-na-na! Hold on to it for now. I don't think we're moving rocks with the fire poker, but it might be useful all the same. All right. The crypt. Oh, is this a door? It appears to be so, a strange one. Where does it go? I'll try to nudge it. Given the distance we've traveled in our yada yada yada. Really? Can we get out this way? What's that sound, Master? Snoring? Is someone sleeping on the other side of the door? What is this? Okay, so we are in the 15th century. We're playing as an artist who was working in the scriptorium of an abbey, doing illustrations for books in this small town. He was doing that as part of his apprenticing and all that stuff. And a murder happened, and he had to solve it. And I feel like I'm not doing justice to it. Yeah, it's basically a murder mystery game set in this little small town in Bavaria with an abbey and the conflict between like the Christian religion and their old pagan rituals, and then also the town politics that come from it. Is someone sleeping on the other side of the door? We're actually in a time skip, and there has been a second murder, and we are trying to find out who did it. They're either dead, drunk, or knocked out. What should we do, Master? Well, we already have the poker from the... We can try that on the stones and try to get... Are we really? I thought you were being sarcastic. All right. The problem is that I do not know if the person I got, the person who was convicted of the murder in the first one was the right person. To give you an idea of what this type of game might actually be. It is very much not a clear-cut mystery. I still don't know who is... I very much believe that the person who was executed is not the murderer, and I still don't know who is. There's somebody who's connected to that first murder, who's passing notes to people, so there is a connection here. So we've kind of got this kind of grand conspiracy going on over many years. Yeah, our artist character became an artist and came back to the town to say hi to everybody, and now all this is happening. Where do you think this goes? Well, it goes up, so it probably leads out. I don't think I can squeeze through that gap. Wait, you have the poker from the kitchen. Yes? I think we can use it to move the rocks. Let's try. Really? I don't know if that's... Why couldn't you just move the rocks with your hands if... whatever. Wait, I still hear something. Game logic, I'm not... Oh! You shouldn't come here during the day. Oh, I had to. The farmers are out for blood. And? Don't play stupid. We both wanted Otto gone. Now he is. I didn't kill him, did you? Why would you ask me such a thing? Because of the note, you stupid cow. Because of the note that sent you into hysterics. Because you're behaving like a woman who committed a murder and is afraid of being caught. How could you think... Stop. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you did or didn't. He's dead. The idiot peasants can beat the ground with their pitchforks and nothing will come of it. What about that artist, Andreas? He could be a problem. Have you done anything to raise his suspicions? I don't think so. Good, then just wait. Time will run out for Peter and the rest of his worthless kind. The abbot will stay in power. Pilgrims will keep coming to the shrine and staying at your inn. Yes. Oh, she's the innkeeper's wife. Yes, good. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Be quiet. Go home. Don't come here again unless it's... Whoa! Unless it's for a quick fuck. If you want comfort, talk to your fat husband. Don't bother me with... Jesus, dude. Of course, I'm sorry. Man, fuck that guy. This is the problem. He's an asshole. He's glad Otto's dead, but I'm pretty sure he didn't kill him. I don't think Hannah did too, as much as he implicated her. Yeah, everybody's getting off to like quick shenanigans. You don't even know what we found in the abbey with the monks. I'm glad we're finally out of there, Master. What a strange adventure. Do you think Mistress Hannah could have killed Otto? She's only been pretending to care about the town's safety. She's only concerned with the shrine staying open. Did we talk to her at all? I don't remember. Why would that make her want to kill Otto? If the peasants overthrew the abbot, they might loot or destroy the shrine. Without the hand of St. Moritz, there's not much reason for... Oh, yeah! For pilgrims to travel to Kirsau and no reason to stay at an inn. Hi, Zaku, John. There'd hardly be any visitors to the Golden Hand. Exactly. Now we know Hannah has a motive. It's possible she'd kill to protect her family's inn. We need to talk to Nico and Killian to see just how committed she was. But first, let's go back to the guest house and clean up. People will get suspicious if we walk around town like this. Good idea, Master. We still need to look for those stuff in the... Oh no! Time passed! 12 hours remain! Oh no! It's gonna make me implicate somebody without any evidence. Oh my god. Oh, that's the thing. It happened in the first cycle too, is that it gives me a limited time to investigate, and I can't investigate everything. Excuse me. We didn't even find out anything about the flowers. God damn it. This might be the... Yeah, I wonder if we can actually do that. Smokey! What the fuck? Smokey. Ugh. I need to help Adoc. Sister Gertrude. No! Sister Gertrude. Zidane, wait. Oh, what's she doing here? Man! 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 See, that's the best lead. If he knows who's writing the notes, then... Only give me one single day to investigate all this. Gosh dang it all. Joshua? Killian, alright. We're gonna follow this lead. Hello, Killian. Do you have a moment? Sure. What do you need? Is something wrong? No, I wanted to know if you noticed anything odd about your mother lately. Odd how? Does she ask you to watch the inn by yourself very often? Callie. Callie, who do you think the murderer is? Who's the murderer? Say the murderer is whoever didn't feed me. Let me fix the mic. What? What? Sometimes, I guess, Dad and I look after the place more in the evenings when she gets tired, but lately she's been leaving during sext. She says she brings food over to the townsfolk at the rat house. So I usually watch the inn until she gets back. There was one other time. Go on. Mom left in a hurry one night, and when I was cleaning up around the bar, I found this note! He will destroy the abbey. Hell will swallow the hand of St. Moritz, the rat house, after St. John's fire. A lot of people are being set up. Another note, I've seen several like this before. Oh, but what does it mean? St. John's fire, I wonder if that means the bonfire. The note is written in the same hand as the one 7 years ago. It couldn't have been left by one of the guests. The note could have been for one of your parents then, but why? I don't know. I don't want anyone to destroy the abbey, even if the abbot is cruel to the peasants. I'll keep that from happening, Killian. Don't worry. I hope the note helps, Master Mahler. Just don't tell Mom or Dad, all right? The note might have bigger connections than you think, Killian. I should get back to work. See you later, Master Mahler. Bis später. Nico, Nico, ni. Oh. Would you like joining us for a meal? I'd like to talk to you about your wife. Hannah, what about her? Man. I don't want to tell the guy this. Do you know what she gets up to over by the Roman ruins? Yeah. Oh! I'm sorry, it must be hard for you. Quite, but I love her and I have to think of Killian. I just don't know what to do. I don't really understand her. I don't often understand my wife either. What are we to do? I'm not gonna do this. Something has to change. An unhappy marriage is a wretched way to live. Believe me, I know. Stand up to her and carve out some path towards happiness. I don't know how. Before you can solve your marriage, there's a bigger problem you need to think about. Wait. Showing sympathy for what he's going through leads me to not... Huh. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. She never said anything about Otto to you? No, never. She never did. Now please leave me be. As you wish until later. Until then. Man, I don't know if I want to eat with them after that. Oh, Andreas, what have you come back to? This is all awful, just awful. I should never have allowed Klaus to publish the 12 articles. This is what happens when common people get agitated by reading nonsense. What's the alternative, forbidding them from reading? Sometimes, yes, brother. Just because a commoner has learned to read, that does not mean he can fully comprehend any book he finds. Some of these texts are written to inflame passions. They're not all written with modest intentions. These pamphlets, these books can make people crazed, furious. Sister Amelie and I have seen what happens when good people become a part of a mob. What do you mean? Before we came to Tassing, I was the priest at a town near a Benedictine convent. The town was full of good people, but the good people were whipped into a panic by an educated neighbor, the town doctor. He had read the Malleus Maleficarum. It had put ideas into his head. That sounds familiar. The Hammer of Witches, a treatise on witchcraft. Theologians condemned the book as unethical and not in line with Catholic doctrine. Despite this, the book has enjoyed widespread popularity. The Witch Hunting Manual. The author was driven out of Innsbruck, wasn't he? Yes, though word of that had not reached our doctor. One thing the book's author and the doctor shared was a contempt for and hatred of women. In the convent, the doctor saw a coven of witches. In Sister Amelie, he saw not a mystic, but a woman possessed by evil spirits speaking blasphemy. But surely the local magistrate didn't believe that. No, he did not, but that didn't matter. The doctor inflamed his neighbor's fears. No matter what I did, no matter what I said, it made no difference. They wouldn't listen to reason. They wouldn't even listen to scripture. In the dead of night, they gathered at the convent and set fire to it. Sister Amelie was lucky to escape with her life. The rest of the nuns were not as fortunate. So I am all too aware of what can happen when a mob forms. I should have known it would happen again. This is my fault. You can't blame yourself for this, Father. Why not? I share more than a small measure of responsibility. You'd think that Otto's death would have shocked the farmers into abandoning a hopeless cause. It's only inflamed them. The abbot should have... But the abbot thought that they were genuinely having money troubles. Do what you can to keep the peasants calm. I'm still looking for Otto's killer. I will, but I fear this has all gone beyond my control. I suppose there's no good fretting about what's already happened. I have to minister to the people of the town as best I can, given the circumstances, and pray for the best. Speaking of which, I need to hear confessions for the townsfolk. It's Tassing tradition after St. John's Eve, in case they got up to any mischief that can't wait until Easter. I expect they'll be coming early in the morning. If you could excuse me, I need to prepare. Of course, Father. I want to listen in on the confessions, but I don't know if we have time to do that. Hold on, I'm thinking. Man, with this, the way this one's playing out, it does remind me of a lot more of Disco Elysium. With the standoff between the townspeople and the outsiders. Oh, Master Mahler, do you have me? Oh gosh, my... Not right. Oh boy. The Miller didn't kill anybody, but I don't know if he knows anything else that happened. Can't talk to the nuns. We can probably... Hey, buddy. Welcome back to Tassing. Though perhaps it is not so welcome given you've arrived just in time for another murder. Quite unfortunate timing for you. Let me check on Callie's food. I'll be right back. Alright, let's go. If I can find the real killer and prevent more bloodshed, maybe it's a good thing I was here. Just stall them. Either they'll see the error of their ways or the Duke will send soldiers to Tassing. Yes, a show of force, that will quench the peasants' bloodlust. If you say so, I do. In any case, if you get tired of investigating, my door is open. If you'd like to join my family for a meal or see the mountains, just... See the mountains? See the... What was that? What does that mean? See the mountains. Were you inviting me to go canoodle? Oh, this is Anton and his family, Martha. Hi. Hello, are you Helena's daughter? I'm Martha. I'm Andreas, nice to meet you. Alright, I'm going to go. Real as hell. Andreas Mahler, I never thought I'd see you back here again. Neither did I. God has strange plans for us all, it seems. How have you been, Helena? Well, little Martha managed to survive since your last visit, thank God. But lately not so well. You must know about the taxes we have to deal with. Now that Otto's been murdered, Carl is almost as angry as Peter. Half the day he's up at the abbey making sure the monks don't try to sneak out. Him and Sepp and half the other farmers. They have reason to be angry, but Lord, I wish these men would cool their heads. Things already feel like they're getting out of hand. That may be, but I pray you're wrong. Now then, I'd best get back to my work. Until later, Andreas. I thought you was gonna lure you to throw you off throw me off the mountain. Honestly, I'm kind of curious to talk to him. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else I can talk to about the shenanigans, but otherwise I need to eat with somebody to pass the time, and his family might be as good as any. Not looking good, is it? No, it is not. I have to find the real killer. It couldn't have been the abbot. You don't need to convince— Whoa, really? Best you get on that, then. The unrest bodes ill. Peasants are about to do something foolish. I pray I can stop them. Don't accuse him. He was a suspect in the first one. Don't accuse him this time. Any thoughts? Wasn't me, in case you were thinking to accuse me again. Otto's had a few conflicts, but nobody I'd call an enemy. Get going, you don't have much time. Man. Yeah, there's also seems to be a divide between the farmers and then the tradespeople, I guess. The people with the— I don't know what to call them. The not farmers. How's we doing in here? I can't talk right now. I need to watch over Rachel. Rachel! The rat house. Is there anything here? I wonder how long rat house construction will be delayed now. Okay, there's Stoltz. He's not gonna talk to me. Which makes sense. He doesn't like me. This guy likes me, but I don't know if he has anything worthwhile to talk about. You have arrived at the ideal moment. All right, less than ideal considering Otto's recent death. It took place right outside your house. You truly didn't catch anything that would be useful to my investigation. Alas, as said, Werner and Linhart and I were engaged in a stimulating debate when we heard the crash outside. I only saw a figure flee, but unfortunately I have no useful details on whoever it may have been. I hope you find a lead, for I have severe doubts about the involvement of the abbot in this gruesome affair. Meanwhile, I am drawing close to the final designs of my latest invention. As such, I would very much like to hear your thoughts on it. Doesn't feel appropriate considering the circumstances, but I suppose I can listen. Splendid, I have been devising something most unique. Come. At present, we have a problem. The peasants suffer under harsh conditions. Do you agree? That's what I've been saying. They do not have it easy, no. They toil constantly, but achieve little over bare subsistence. They are then taxed heavily. The peasants grow angrier, hence the nascent troubles all across the lands. It is a dangerous time. So I have devised a tool to lessen their drudgery. Here, take a look at the schematic. Behold the plow. In front of it, an automaton, man or beast, it matters little, dragging the plow behind it. Have you seen any artificial people before? Did this guy just invent the plow, or did he reinvent the plow? The Frauenkirche clock at Nuremberg features a procession of mechanical men, Mannlein laufen, that can be seen. A proud tribute to our holy emperor. So you understand of which I speak, the intricacies of machinery. Gears within gears, symmetric coils, turning shaft system that leads to the gearing mechanism. Controls that are quite complex but allow for it to follow a predetermined path. It toils so the peasant does not have to. I don't know what this voice is that I gave him. Isn't this similar to Leonardo's self-propelled cart? No. This is a different class of invention altogether. The universe reveals itself through the minute intricacies of clockwork. There are still a few imperfections to work out, but I can feel I am on the correct path. Tell me, Andreas, what do you think? Be truthful. There can be no progress without truth. It's difficult to see how the effort required to make and maintain this device would be less than plowing with human and animal labor. I am on a fool's errand, am I not? It is what my father would have said as well. I fear I am a disappointment. I'm sorry, dude. Your father is also an inventor? He is, with a sharp mind and a sharper tongue if need be. Why did you leave in the first place? I had to prove myself to my father, I suppose, and maybe... Oh, my father had attempted to arrange for me a marriage. I did not feel ready. In any case, there is so much more I have to learn. My inventions have not been as successful as I would like. Why so? I am not certain. I can envision such designs, but these do not coalesce. All of these feel like nonsense. He's on the right path, it's just that he's way too ahead of what the ability of their technology to be able to maintain or accomplish. I fear ambition has so far been my shortfall. I reach for more than I can attain. But I thank you, Andreas. I invited you to exchange thoughts and you have proven most valuable. This conversation has given me much to consider. I've nearly forgotten our mutual friend Werner invited me to dinner. Why don't you and your assistant come along? I'm sure he won't mind. I'd hate to intrude another time, perhaps. Okay. So we can't have dinner with the doctor. All right, who else do we have? The bakers. I'll be quitting soon. I did not solve the last one. God willing, you can put an end to this unrest. The peasants are angry. Even if what you and Caspar said about the abbot makes sense, they don't want to hear it. It's too easy to blame Father Gernot for Otto's murder. He's putting everyone in danger by threatening the... Andreas, if I knew anything, I'd tell you. I'd tell Peter. I am critical of the abbot, but I still love the man. I still love all the brothers and sisters at Curacao. I don't want to see them harmed any more than you do. If I see or hear anything that could help, you'll be the first person I tell. Thank you, Ulrich. It's the least I can do. Keep faith, Andreas. Trust in Providence. We are all in God's hands. Man. And then, let's see. Anything, Andres? Andreas, how did you get caught up in another murder? I'm not trying to do it, I swear. Oh, I didn't think you were. Still, it's an awful position to be in. Listen, Andreas, I can't talk any sense into Peter. I understand he's angry. We're all angry, but threatening the abbot? Burning down the abbey? The Duke's soldiers will tear this town apart. I'm doing what I can, Andres. Thank you. I know Peter is mostly bluster, but I'm just worried for all of us. Otto's death leaves his wife and newborn child all alone in this world. What would I leave behind? In all these years, I still haven't found anyone to love, anyone who would remember me if I died. I fear it's never going to happen. Really? Not a single person has caught your eye? Well, when I was in Innsbruck a few years ago, I saw a real pretty girl at the market selling painted pots. I think about her sometimes, maybe more than is Christian. I don't want to be mean, but I'm also like... What, really? Do you think what does that mean? Life is too short to spend dreaming about the loves you could have had, trust me. You seem to feel strongly about this, Andreas. But it sounds foolish, juvenile, you might say. I may not have found... Feels right, don't overthink it. That doesn't mean you can't. Are you not happy with your life, Andreas? I'm not, but this isn't about me. It's about you. Well, if ever I have the chance to get back to Innsbruck, maybe I will. There's something to look forward to after all. I thank you, Andreas. You're a man of inspiration. A pleasure until later, Andres. Man... I'm not sure if we made things worse for him or not. Oh, Lord. Her husband just died. Murdered. Oh, Andreas. I'm so sorry, Ava. I knew something like this would happen. Really? He believed in what he was doing. I know he was doing the right thing, but Andreas, I was so scared. I don't know what I'm going to do now. It's hard to deal with death that's so sudden. I don't remember my mother. She was gone before I ever knew her. And now Otz is never going to know his father. I'm sorry, Andreas. I'm just so tired. When's the last time you ate something, Ava? Oh, I'm not sure. I should eat something for Otz's sake. Would you mind sitting with me? Yes. Let's do that. Thank you for coming. It's not easy being alone right now. Yes, I know you're here, little boy. We're happy to keep you company, Ava. Thank you, Andreas. I know you have your own problems to deal with. Please sit. I'm sorry, I'm just used to my father or Otto praying. Would you like me to pray? If you wouldn't mind. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Watch over everyone else in Tassing and so that no one else comes to harm. Through Christ our Lord, amen. Thank you for doing this, for trying to find Otto's killer. I know my father and the others, they forced you into it, but I appreciate it. I need to do what I can to prevent Peter from inciting more violence. Otto did his best to keep the peace and stand up for the right thing. Now that he's gone, I don't know what will happen. Ava, may I ask you something about Otto? I have limited time to figure this out, you know? I'm sorry that my grief— Whoa, come on! Cabbage and bread potage. Who do you think may have had cause to kill Otto? The abbot, of course, but there were others in the town who resented Otto for what he was doing. They must have hid it well because it seemed like everyone around here supported him. Most people support him, but it bothered my father that it took the inheritance and forest laws to get Otto on our side. The peasants have been dealing with the abbot's taxes and property schemes for years. Even if Ottilia Kemperin hadn't been killed for what she did to the baron, she would have lost her land. The taxes and restrictions apply to everyone equally in Tassing, don't they? Just because they apply to everyone doesn't mean we're all affected by it equally. The peasants bear a heavier burden, especially when they aren't allowed to pay their taxes with crops. And the families around here used to depend on the forest for fish, for firewood, and for grazing their pigs. You can't say that someone like Dr. Stoltz or even Klaus is affected the same way as my family or the Bowers. There had to be some people who were unsympathetic like Lenhart. Of course, but no one hates the peasants the way he does. I can't think of anyone else who spoke out against Otto. He managed to convince most of the townsfolk that the peasants' cause was right. If anyone harbored resentment about it, they kept quiet about it. Do you think Otto was taking things too far? I don't think so. He believed that the peasants' cause was just, but talking wasn't accomplishing anything. He needed something extreme to shake the abbot up. He thought St. John's Eve was one way to do it. It may be hard to believe, but with what's happening now, but Otto never wanted violence. I'm sorry, I don't think I can talk much more about this. I just want to be over with. Of course, Ava, thank you for your help. Mr. Seva, are you feeling well? You've barely eaten anything. I don't have much of an appetite, but I'll be all right. I'll eat in a bit for Otz's sake. Thank you, Kaspar. What about you, Andreas? I'm sure you weren't expecting this to interrupt your trip home. No, but the visit was pleasant until then. It was nice to see Tassing again, Kirsau again. It reminded me of when I enjoyed my work. It's been a long time since I felt that way. What do you mean? You always seem to love painting. When I saw your masterpiece just before you left, I still think it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. What's happened to you in the last 7 years? Success happened. I make art for nobles, merchants, and bankers whose only interest is vainglory. I lost touch with something, Ava. I don't even know why I do this anymore. The success happened. It sounds like you need to make something new, something for different people. You have a talent that could reach more people than you know, Andreas. Do you really think that? Of course I do. Think about Klaus. Even a peasant up here in the mountains can afford the books he prints and sells. The words and images in those books can help us understand places and things and ideas that we will never be able to see for ourselves. That may not matter to all of us, but to some of us it does. It matters to me. So if you want to make art that matters, make it about something important and make it for someone who cares. Maybe you're right. Oh no, it's feeding time. Of course. Thank you for the visit, both of you. It helps. Think about what I said, Andreas. You don't have to be unhappy. I will. Thank you. And thank you for trying to find justice for Otto. God bless you. Wow. I like her too. That was a pep talk that we needed. I wonder if we can actually steer Andreas in that direction, though. Everybody's gone to sleep, so I don't think there's anybody else I can talk to. Man, I think I was gonna talk to the Muellers, but man, I saw Ava and I jumped at the chances. Like, I have a hard time being mean to people in this game. In most games, honestly. I don't think there's anybody I can talk to right now. So, I don't know what's gonna happen in the morning. I don't know if it immediately locks me into picking somebody who is the killer, or if I still have a little bit more time to talk to people. I am probably going to quit after we wake up in the morning, though. Let's see if Andreas has a dream. Huh? Whoa! Andreas, get up. Wake your boy, too. Peter, what are you all doing here? We're getting you. You're needed in the commons. Let's go! We'll be asking the questions, Mahler. All right, we'll get dressed and be along. What is happening? Oh, we'll just stop when we get in the morning. Caspar, wake up. Master Andreas, what's going on? It's the middle of the night. Something's happening in the commons. Peter and the others want us there. Will we be all right, Master Andreas? I won't let anything happen to you. We'll be fine. Oh my goodness. This is setting me up for like either the highest high or the lowest low. All right, now that everyone's here, we can start. Start what? We're holding a trial for... Oh! You're the one with the evidence. What about the law? We should wait for a judge. Peter, the Duke will pounce on any hint of rebellion. We can't let this go too far. This isn't a rebellion, Mahler. This is justice. Well, what have you found? We're all waiting. Hold on, I've barely had a day to investigate. I can hardly come to a conclusion so soon. Answer the man. Please, Andreas, give us the killer. Calm down, everyone. Well, you'd better fucking decide, Mahler, or you can watch that damned Abbey go up in flames. Be quiet. I have a woman in labor right next door. This behavior is shameful. If she loses her child because of this fighting, it will be on your souls. Agnes is right. I know you want justice for my husband, for your friend, but I don't want things to get worse than they already are. Please, Dad, give Andreas a little more time. Fine. Andreas, you've got until that baby is born. After that, we'll claim our justice. Work fast, Mahler. It's the right... Oh my god. This feels so mean. Tristan, good evening. Listen to his flute music. It is customary in Tassing that the people gather in the commons in the middle of the night. We do what needs to be done when it needs to be done. Who's asking? My name is Tristan von Frauenberg. I'm here on behalf of the Duke of Bavaria. The Duke is aware that you have been distributing and discussing the 12 articles. He is also aware that you have been disputing conditions of taxation and land use with the Abbot of Kirsau. The Duke is merciful. He does not seek to punish Tassing for these disputes. But his mercy has limits. The Duke has become aware that you have imprisoned the Abbot and monks of Kirsau within the Abbey. This is insult. This is rebellion. For this there can be neither tolerance nor mercy. You have until sunset tomorrow to vacate Kirsau Abbey and release the Abbot and all monks. If this is not done, the Duke's soldiers will enter the town and the Abbey in force. As certain as night follows day, they will kill every man and boy who stands in their way. What? We never wanted to threaten the Abbot, sir. He wouldn't listen to our demands. We're starving. Such efforts were necessary since the townsfolk are also suffering under the Abbot's increased taxes. The Duke is aware of the town's complaints and finds some merit in them. He believes some concessions can be made regarding the death tax and use of the forest for wood. Of course, only under the strict condition that the Abbot is released unharmed. And what do the peasants get? What about our taxes? What about the right to use the woods for grazing, for fishing? The Duke is unwilling to make additional concessions. You can release the Abbot and take what is offered, or you can remain defiant and face the consequences. It will yield you little save steel and fire. Sunset tomorrow. Man, we got sunset and baby. Goodness gracious. Woo, buddy. Oh, buddy. All right, I think this is my stopping point. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you again for the raid, Saku, and thank you all the raiders who stopped by and said hi. I'm gonna see who is streaming real quick. Doji, my Doji. Let's go raid Doji. Yeah, that is a lot. I am not sure if I will be streaming tomorrow. If I have the energy to start earlier, I will. The normal time that I have some stuff I want to watch and take care of, but yeah, we will definitely get back to this investigation later. I want to go listen in onto some nasty confessions. So, all right, let me start the raid. Thank you all again. I hope you all have a good night. Have a good one.